Woo! We're back.
There we go.
Guess who's back?
It might fluctuate a little bit, but we're going to see what it does.
Hey guys, we're back.
Are we
Buenos
back?
dias.
Because I'm not seeing...
It says stop stream, so it's giving me an option.
Hello.
Help! Help! Up, up,
Green,
up,
green,
up!
orange,
Up.
yellow, green. I'm getting rainbow here.
Yeah, you are. Hey, what do we got? Oh,
An ad for Voodoo.
I got an ad too. We're all advertising right
I got an
now.
ad with Jason Hayward.
It says the channel is offline here.
Good timing. Hold.
Let's see.
It says, I got us. I think. I don't know.
Do you see us? What's happening?
See me playing with my phone.
Were you just playing with your phone?
Yeah.
So that just happened.
I did this. but
Are we
it
in
was
the
a while
now
ago.
or the then
I
now?
don't think so.
Are we there?
Yeah.
Do something.
Oh, yeah.
Do something so we know. Woo!
Gonna take us a minute.
Woo!
I'm getting nothing but green.
You waved a little bit. I can't tell when that happened.
That was like...
That was a long time ago. Who knows?
All right, well,
We made it. We're back.
we think.
We did it, and we got
There you go.
we've lost all of our viewers. But that's what we do, man. That's what we do here.
We are not successful.
First
TV
day
Poker was
jitters.
just giving us hope.
Yeah, TV Poker was giving us hope. He was keeping hope alive. He was all like, "Hey guys, what do you think of fuck this?" We out. Stop eating his stuff, man.
I want it now.
It's yours.
Yeah. Dude, now it's a unique one. We could sell that
Not.
on the store.
There's so many
But
that you have
bit-
eaten.
Yeah, but month to month, I
you-
only get one a month.
Would you sign it and then give it to our top
Dude,
fan?
yeah, we could. That could be you buy a shirt for an additional $5. You get the special one that I signed in bit and maybe rubbed on my balls. The night is young.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out how that goes.
Yeah. You
Hit
get the.
play on that. Your thing's about to fuck up. That was a long time ago. All right, guys. So the unboxing went well. You missed it all.
We need to isolate you moving your arms like that.
We can do that. The only other two things I believe that were cut out, if you caught any of that box at all, was a comic book and
Midnight Express.
was it Midnight or Rock and Roll?
Midnight.
I thought Ricky was part of the Midnight.
Ricky Martin?
Morton.
Ricky Morton. So almost.
Yeah. It's not Menudo, it's Pozole.
Was it Midnight Express?
Might have been rock and roll. I forget.
I think it's the Midnight Express. Yeah, Ricky Martin's in the Midnight Express.
Is he? I thought he was Rock and Roll Express. I don't know. I don't
Correct us.
remember
You're
all that
wrestling
shit.
fans. Help us out.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah.
No,
I can't Google.
no one's watching.
Yeah, so we're only here to help each other now. But that was it. It was pretty decent. Vox,
Yeah.
not bad. How would you rank it next to the slime crate we got this week? Last week.
You guys actually got Slime Crate still?
Yeah. After canceling, they forced me to have one more.
Yeah.
This shirt was in it.
Yeah, that shirt's better than both the
This
shirts.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I like this one.
I know you did.
Yeah, but the Young Bucks one is so bad it takes.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts.
I think it's better. The Slam Crate just not there anymore.
It was pretty trash. But let's see. That's kind of it for the preliminary stuff, man.
Yeah.
We can get into it. A couple things we'll let you know. We'll talk about it again at the end. We will be live next Thursday and then the following Tuesday. We're going to go live right after AEW the next day. I mean, AEW's their premiere's gonna be Wednesday. We're gonna go live on Thursday. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the Monday Night Raw, and then we're gonna come back on Tuesday to talk about that SmackDown, Hell in a Cell, and then the following Raw. And depending on how it goes next week, we may be covering NXT on the Tuesday and not that Thursday. So we'll see if we have time to catch up on every fucking thing that we're trying to catch up on. Apart from that, if you want, we could get on into it. Start with Raw.
Keep going.
Oh
Marshall.
my fucking god. Ugh.
So you take a crap and wipe your own ass.
Yeah. Spritz it.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. I think we can get into Raw a little bit. All right, this title around.
It was cool.
What?
Yeah, it was raw. It was unpolished.
Is that what you've seen dirty work? Like you can tell someone's lying when their voice gets high pitched.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's really good. Yeah, no, everything's fine.
You sound like Mr. Hanky.
And then, like, and then, like, the guy's all like, hey, he's like, I can prove it. And he's all like, did you ever do this thing in high school? He's like, no. He's like, no. He's like, do you think Sean Connery's attractive? He's like, no. Like,
It was an episode.
let me see. I'm just gonna glance over it real quick, and I didn't hate it. I did not hate it. It was not horrible. Wait a second.
Wrestling in the Rock says it was not horrible. 2.5 stars.
Yeah. This was the Raw where the intro, the little doot doot doot,
That was cool.
boop beep boop, boop boop beep boop, boop boop beep boop. That it was getting all fucked up with Bray.
Yeah, that was
Bray
tight.
was getting all gnarly in it. It's fucking sweet.
That one person who still has like analog and like gravity was just like, what the fuck? Damn it! What is this? Oh no!
Moving the ear bunny antennas.
Yeah.
Did they get better? And you just like a scared one. Oh!
We were here last week because I started watching Raw late, and I grabbed my iPad and I'm watching it, and everything's upside down, and I kept turning it around. I was like, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Yeah. I'm like, "There we go." The dude would flip around. I'm like, "Fuck! What the fuck?"
Yeah, fucking iPads, bro.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. They did that, and then it led into a Seth promo. I had the little video package of remembering what's going on with him, where he talks about how afraid he is of the Fiend, how he will survive and prevail. Survive and prevail, which he said a ton this fucking week. He said it so fucking much.
Yeah, it didn't come off like.
It didn't really land. The crowd was giving really mixed reactions, to be honest. There was a lot of kind of like, ew.
Well, you build up this dude as this like, I'm a badass, conquer all, like
Fighting champ.
fighting champ,
Yeah.
and he does this. It's you gotta. I don't know. I get what they're doing and I appreciate it. I think it's good for the Fiend, but I think for Seth, it's kind of really hurting him, and he's not been doing well.
He's been doing bad. He's been doing so bad, as a matter of fact. So I share a desk sort of area. Our cubicles are almost like U-shaped. You get like two desks together. Kind of keeps you,
Like workaholics.
Kind of like that. So you have your desk and it's attached to another desk, and you kind of sit back to back, and fart at each other all day.
That's
But
a
battlegrounds.
poor bastard.
It's only what you do.
No, it's a battleground. Everyone does this.
It's a one-way fight.
Yeah, one-way fight. Yeah, I'm dominating.
Somebody's chair squeaks. This means war.
Yeah,
I'm just
my
doing this.
seat's
So
leather. Fuck him.
this will preempt strike. I'm just doing this to make sure you don't start.
You need to know what I'm capable of, boy. What?
Why do you
So
have
he
stomach?
said, because I've got so much wrestling stuff on my desk and I talk to him about wrestling all the time and stuff, he said that he tried to watch wrestling this week. He goes, I turn it on, he goes, then I get 15 minutes of some little twig motherfucker talking about being in a Hell in a Cell and trying to beat some fucking monster with a fucking devil puppet.
Yeah.
And he's all like, I was first off pissed I wasn't getting wrestling after 15 minutes. And second off pissed, why does this guy have a fucking belt when he looks like this?
Yeah.
And then I told him, I was like, he beat the belt off of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And he was all like, so he had to do some chicken shit thing, right? Like he had to cheat like a bunch, right? I was like, well, the first time he kicked him in the balls, but the second time not so much. And he's all like, he starts pulling up pictures of Brock Lesnar. He's like, look at this fucking dude. His fucking shoulders are up to his ears. And I was like, plus he's held actual combat belts and championships.
He's got double titties because he's got so much pec they split.
They split.
Yeah.
And
Double
then he
titties.
was like, look at this dude. He looks fucking terrifying. And then he goes, I told him, I was like, well, but you don't understand about Seth Rollins is... Rawlings. What you don't understand about him is
His
He does
family
CrossFit.
makes awesome
he's
baseball
really
moves.
good at CrossFit. That's what I said. He's really good at CrossFit. And,
Shit push-ups over and over again.
yeah.
Calf
And I said-
pull-ups.
Yeah. And I said, and he opened up a coffee shop. So he's kind of a badass in real life.
He's from Iowa.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm sure Brock has a ranch in Saskatchewan. He kills
Saskatchewan,
Hey,
Hey, Saskatchewan!
Hey.
like a dairy farmer. And he slaughters fucking animals with his bare hands. Just meat.
Yeah. It was great. The guy went, oh, he's like a champion for today's guys.
Yes.
That makes
Like
me
today's
feel
hipster.
sad as a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, this is today's hipsters champion. And I was
Yeah.
like, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna wear a beanie.
Definitely an
gloves.
Instagram champ.
You just put your head down.
Yeah.
You're right.
Stop! Stop!
Well, he uses some shitty, ironic tattoos. It's the Golden Girls. I don't like them, but it's yeah. I thought you were gonna fart, but you just kind of paused.
Thank you for being a friend.
Wait, do you have a Golden Girls tattoo?
No. Wouldn't that be good though? Shut up!
Dude, I mean,
Shut up!
come on. I have the dumber tattoo right now.
You have like a little
Hold
penis
up.
guy. His face looks a little bit like penis-like.
I'm not even to show the other one. The other one's stupider.
What is the other one?
The other one's the Homer Simpson heart.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Oh.
Aww.
I'm farting now.
It's the only way I know how to end this. But it was really funny to hear a dude say he hasn't watched wrestling in a long time. He puts it on, and he talked about how fucking boring Seth was. He goes, I hated him immediately. He goes, everything he said sounded stupid and weird. And he goes, and he was not believable immediately just looking at him. And I was like, sweet.
So the coworker that you have that we've had in common, was it him? No?
No.
He's bigger than Seth, though. That one.
I've met both. I
True.
can tell you right now that's not the case.
No? He's shorter?
The one we know is shorter.
Okay. But it looked like it wouldn't be as bad of a matchup.
No, it'd probably be a good match.
Compared to like Seth. He would lose to Brock, but I don't know how they would do against each other.
That'd be pretty,
Yeah.
I don't know. So then Braun Strowman comes out, adding just the flavor we needed to this promo.
Put a little spice on it.
Yeah. Add a
Southern
little bit of
accent
that
and
flavor.
growling.
Get a little bit of that Braun rub.
Yeah.
Get a little heat.
I feel like
He's gonna rub it with these hands.
These fingertips.
these hang. Oh, never mind.
And then they say that Braun and Seth are going to have a match. Because we wanted another one of those for some reason. They didn't have a good match to begin with.
Oh. Whenever they've put Braun in this position, I'm now over it. I'd like to see Braun with the title. The more he's been in these spots, but I don't know what's wrong, and I'm starting to think it's you. But you're not doing great.
I agree. They need to change everything about his character. I think he needs to get some sort of Bray style rebranded. Like, you need to be different now.
Maybe not so much Bray,
I'm not
but
saying do Bray's
Yeah.
gimmick, but I'm saying he
but
needs that
he
drastic
needs to go
of
on a
change.
hiatus and come back, Royal Rumble, and all of a sudden
He came back jacked for Mania, and they did shit with it. I'm not saying he's got to disappear for a long time. Disappear for 1 month. Come back in 1 month and have a whole fucking different gimmick. No more get these fingers. No more plug that hole. None of this stupid, I'm the monster among biddies. You know what I mean? Just fucking...
Get these hands.
Yeah.
shock.
Yeah, get the shock.
No. Not
Two in stink, one in the pink. I reverse it.
I'm Nashville hot.
I think, yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's
Kinda like
country
Reigns.
strong.
Ooh. He can lift me.
that's why I don't do this after work. Just can't talking.
He's Nashville hot.
Oh, that really fucking hurts up my nose. My sinus.
He just kind of like quietly looks over. He's like, "You guys think so too? You guys think it's also just not me." Although he's a big motherfucker. When we saw him at Rumble, he walked right by us and whatnot. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, do you want to say hi? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No.
I'm scared.
Those guys
What
are
if he's
like-
seen the show?
Yeah.
He just reaches out.
Yeah.
Big. Yeah.
Plus, I mean, if he's going to like the continental breakfast, I don't want to get between him and whatever massive amount of protein he's going to eat.
I could be that mess.
Yeah, he probably eats more than you weigh. I eat all the eggs that they have. No bacon, I'm kosher.
He's not kosher.
But it's just,
He would never be kosher. Don't say that about him.
Do you have any boneless, skinless chicken breasts? I only eat white meat.
What?
Nothing? I told before I talk, I looked at you because I was going to giggle again.
Let's see. So they also announced right before they go to commercial that there's going to be a fatal 5-way for a title shot next week for Seth's Universal, and then also that Sasha and Nikki Cross is going to be an actual match. They're going to do that. I was excited about both those things to a degree.
Yeah, well, the thing with me is the Fatal 5-Way would have been cool.
But
then it's like-
elimination.
yeah, which is, I like those type of elimination matches.
I
not
like
just
elimination
winner takes
matches,
all.
and I like number one contender matches
Yeah.
because it gives a reason for someone to be having a match.
Yeah. But I just don't get why you put that the Monday before Hell in the Cell.
With a title match?
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio and Seth?
Yeah.
Because it's the premiere. That's really all it is.
I understand that, but it's like no outcome's going to change.
I hope it does.
I hope it does too, but at the same time, you're not going to put Ray and The Fiend and Hell in the Cell together.
Oh, yeah.
You make it a 3-way.
Either way, Fiend is fucking up Rey Mysterio. Either way. 'Cause
Well, yeah, but I was thinking.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a legend.
Fiend is just here to. The only reason this match is happening so Fiend can come in and fuck up Ray.
I thought you knew that. I didn't say anything in the message because I thought that was obvious. But yeah, he's gonna fuck up Ray.
Yeah,
I
he is.
assume that.
Yeah. I feel like maybe I talked about it then, but I forgot because I'm starting to drink.
Starting. That implies you stopped.
Yeah, that's why the match is happening so he can fuck up Ray.
Thank you, Tom.
I told you guys.
Yeah, like I said. Who was the other one I was thinking? Oh, Bray posted a thing about the WrestleMania moment where Rock came out and destroyed the family. He posted a clip of it and said he remembers.
Oh, really?
And I was all like,
Yeah,
what if that SmackDown? Because everyone's all like, The Rock might show up. But they said about every fucking thing. Rock might show up. It's over here.
Unless The Fiend makes an appearance in Fast and Furious 18.
Ballers? Just randomly in ballers.
That would be funny.
Then he shows up in Billions, just back there. What the fuck is he doing here?
It'd be better if the puppet just made a random appearance.
Yeah.
In
Which
Ballers
puppet?
Or something like that.
Just Rob Corddry. What the hell's that guy?
Yeah.
Which puppet?
Either of them.
Any of them?
Yeah. Huskus.
Yeah.
Looks like a lineman.
He would make a good lineman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Signed to the Dolphins. Or whatever the show's about because they stopped watching after season 2.
So that was the main event. So let's get back to the beginning. Viking Raiders versus the OC. And I was all like, fuck, yes, we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Starting to hit.
Just make sure it's coming out of that end.
Oh, we got a night ahead of us.
Yeah. There's already a tornado warning.
The OC came out with new graphics.
And new music.
With new music. AJ's got new gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Got them OC gloves. Them gloves. You got a new elbow pad. They got that weird face you don't like on everything now.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it. I thought it was dope that they did a new look for them. It's pretty cool.
I just don't like that logo.
I was hoping they'd get a whole new logo and not just lean into that weird face, but here we are. That's
Well,
what they get us.
it's supposed to be a play on one AJ was where the gas mask in JPW, but also Oni in Japanese culture, the demons. So, but yeah, it's just
Yeah, I just still don't like it.
I gotcha.
I don't know.
I'm just happy they have new.
Oni?
It's supposed to kind of look like an Oni, like a Japanese demon, like in culture.
I mean, I get you those words, but I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
So the face, the way it's set up, like the gas mask.
there's a
and stuff.
specific look for a demon that's very similar to that.
Yeah, it's just like a face staring straight out, and it's kind of drawn in that style.
Okay.
Normally it has the teeth, right?
Yeah. But that's the kind of the weird spiking out of it. That's I always think Oni, but gas mask. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still don't like it.
I'm gonna have we lost any Japanese fan we have probably because I fucked it up a lot. We'll see. But I'm just happy they have new music because I fucking hated the old club music. I really hated the hey yeah. Da, 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 da. I just hated it. Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Thank you for being a friend.
It just felt like dad rock. It's just,
It did. It was a little.
we're gonna go work on this engine.
I'm really confused by it. I got a lot of mixed emotions here. It was a pretty great match in general, but it was also kind of one-sided to make the Viking Raiders look amazing.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if the OC has not signed a contract and if they will be disappearing and appearing elsewhere shortly.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about that because everything about them referencing all the New Japan stuff seems to be catered to the idea of them leaving and not staying. Everything about their push and the matches they're having, the style that they're having, everything seems to be catered to them not continuing doing that thing. So I don't know. I felt pretty weird about it by the end of it. I was like, this is pretty exciting. And then you're watching it kind of like, are they leaving?
Yeah.
Is this them leaving?
Which, if they are, I'm happy they're at least putting them on fucking TV. Because, I mean, that's the one thing, like, I felt like if they were leaving, you'd get them the hell away from TV. Strong, isn't it?
No, there's like a pain behind my eye. I might be stroking. It's fine.
Let's just get you some water.
No, I need more of this.
Fix it.
I know that sound.
Yeah.
that's. I need more of this.
They're shifting. Is that the?
The paradigm shift. Yeah, I wonder about the OC. Someone else. So the dirt sheets are writing too that supposedly, after all the rumors and rumblings, that there's a possibility the Revival have not actually re-signed with WWE, despite them having 3 title reigns this year. And I thought, yeah, you guys keep saying shit's happening. On that same note, I'll just bring it up real quick. They did announce all the announced teams for each show moving forward.
Poor Byron Saxon.
I know, I'm bummed for Byron, I'm bummed for Tom, I'm bummed for Corey Graves.
Because he's on TV.
Because he's on TVs.
I was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
no, don't be bummed for him. Be bummed for everyone having to listen to this.
Yeah. But, so, PW Insider, one of the ones that gets the most, we're legit and we're real insiders and we really know and people tell us, put, without a shadow of a doubt and with no minced words, they said Renee Young will not be doing announcing moving forward. She's officially, they said officially off WWE announced team moving forward, and she will only be doing this FS1 backstage show that they announced, her and Booker T are doing a show.
Is it Sunday or Saturday morning?
I think something like that.
Yeah.
And
Read
then,
about it. Looks kind of
so they said it. This is what's happening. Like 3 minutes later, WWE's all like, Renee's on SmackDown! And then PW Insider's like, I mean...
She's a special contributor.
That's what
I was
they're
like,
saying.
fuck off.
Yeah, they're trying to fucking reel it in. It's like, she's on the announced team as a contributor to the announced team, not as like a member.
And Meltzer was, or one of them was putting up, Jerry is just a limited time thing for them to fill out something. No. Yeah, and evidently
He's
Renee...
got a 2-year contract, and he even said when he re-signed it that it was a bump. He said this on his podcast before it went away. It was a bump in what he'd been getting previous. It was similar, but more because there's big things coming, and they expect to be using him a lot more moving forward.
Oh, yeah. Plus, and also Renee is doing both shows, so she's doing way more.
Yes!
Yeah.
Hello, there's Bento. He says he or she remember when Corey and Tom were the best team in NXT.
Corey Graves and Tom Phillips. Yeah, I mean, sure. I think I like Morrow on there, but you know, at the same time, there are moments where I feel like Morrow's taking away from it. I feel like he pulls you away from it at times when you really wish he'd push you into it, story-wise. But I do like him for the most part.
I think Morrow reminds me the most of JR in terms of the excitement he brings to the match. Like when JR...
He reminds me more of that ECW guy.
Joey... Fuck.
Oh my god!
No. No. Oh my god! Yeah.
See, I'm just interested,
I agree with you, Spence.
Yeah, Spence, I agree 100%. Morrow is a joy that should be cherished.
He's my favorite.
I
He's
even
my
really
favorite.
Oh, yeah. I like all the stuff he does outside of the company as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I do really like, even if you watch like his Instagram, he's constantly playing like therapeutic piano. And he's putting it on there talking about how he's like, this is his moment of actually battling anxiety in that moment. So like he gets really, really anxious and starts feeling like pretty depressed. And he will go to a piano and start recording. And he'll play those for people to be like, if it helps me, maybe it can help you. And I just think that stuff like that's fucking cool. Because so many of these celebrities and people say that they battled depression and went through this, but they hide it if it's true and do nothing that's really that forthcoming with how real was it even. And Morrow's very much, this is me in that moment. It's really fucking cool.
Oh yeah, no, he's amazing. Him and when he got diagnosed with bipolar disorder, he's never shied away from it. I thought it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But anyways, what I was gonna say is, I'm curious to see how we have Lawler on Raw, and then you're gonna get the Lawler knockoffs on Friday with Corey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be funny because it'll be Lawler being an old man perv, but he does it so well. I'm like, I'm cool with it. I love Lawler because it's always so tongue in cheek. Whereas Corey's like,
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Corey says a couple things every once in a while where it's like, yeah, that's kind of funny.
Okay.
But
I'm just waiting for him
when
to
he's all Me Too act out there, it's like, all right, bro.
I'm waiting for him to be like, smell my fingers, Byron. Smell that? Mandy Rose. And just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Lawler's tongue in cheek, but Corey's dick in hand. Stackhouse, whoop, whoop. Stackhouse, whoop, whoop.
Wait.
I mean, wait.
It actually censored a real word.
Oh, Stackhouse getting censored. Getting out of hand for Clump's old little Twitch there.
I wonder if it's going to be better with
He was getting on the bubble of annoying this week with some of those puns and shit are too much. And that's why I agree. I mean, there's those moments where Morrow says a thing where you're kind of like, okay. Where he's like, it's Christmas time and he's a real nutcracker. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, he does shit like that.
Well, and he says he has to get because of the Mamma Mia thing, he has to get Mamma Mia in every...
Yeah, he's got to find his moment, his Mamma Mia moment.
Which it was special because it was one time, and you don't have to do it every time.
Spence thinks Vic Joseph is way underrated, and looking forward to him on commentary. Lawler seems like a response on JR and AEW.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, but I can see that.
Yeah, I can see what I mean. Like, if you want the voice of wrestling, JR was a voice of wrestling.
Yeah, but if Lawler comes back like the Lawler of old, it's going to make JR look so bad. Even worse.
Because the problem with JR is he has no Lawler.
Yeah.
And Lawler has Vic Joseph, who is solid and can play straight.
Yeah.
JR, like it or not, he's a straight man.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't provide a whole lot of that, a whole lot of else.
Color commentary.
A lot of the color.
Yeah.
He provides a lot of stats, a lot of story, a lot of movement, a lot of emotion. It's easier to replace a Lawler, a JR than a Lawler. And that's not to undermine JR because I think he's amazing, but there's a lot of people you could say JR is reminiscent of, or others are reminiscent of JR. Like Coach.
Yeah.
Mean Gene.
Woo! Where I think that it's a lot harder to replace a Lawler. So much so that we never talk about Michael Cole being a JR ripoff. No. We talk about Corey Graves trying too hard to be Lawler. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I was like thinking about that. I was like, yeah, it's JR has no one to reel in. It's just like he's like, I'm teaching you how to do your job, which isn't helping anyone because neither Excalibur nor other fucker are being silly.
Other fucker. Yeah. There was always give and take with them. Yeah. And Lawler can pull that out of anyone. And I think, like you said, with Vic Joseph, it can go back and forth fine. Whereas, JR right now is just, hey, straight to the point, and no one else is
and literally actively teaching in front of him. Yeah. In front of this TV, he's all like, Excalibur, tell me exactly what you think about this match coming. And then he says the thing, he goes, that's enough.
It'd be so funny.
And it's kind of how he is. He's like, okay, now here's where you're going to say why you think that might be wrong. Go. Like, that's really what it feels like when they do those cameras. And he's going like this.
But do it like an old pervert.
Yeah.
Cool.
I agree with Stackhouse, too, that other than those moments of Morrow trying to get his shit in, that it's otherwise amazing.
Yeah.
We will take a quick pause, a quick time out here to mention, because Stackhouse is here live. We do have opened a ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingOnTheRocks. Check it out. We do have a brand new shirt for our number one, our Stackhouse. Stackhouse, whoop, whoop. Stackhouse, whoop, whoop. Because Stackhouse is okay.
He's pretty okay.
Yeah.
Do you have it up?
It's doing a swipey
Oh, it's going a swipey thing?
Yep.
Is the Stackhouse one in there?
Yep.
Yep, okay.
Little swipe.
Gonna swipe to the side.
Aw.
Give me what I want! Oh, there it
Stackhouse
is.
is okay.
Yeah, Stackhouse is okay. So check them out. Go by
The one where you put me
ProWrestlingTees.com.
with smaller feet.
Yeah, a little feet in that.
We even made the feet smaller. Fuck!
Yeah, he's like, oh, it came out really good. Did you see the feet? Jeff, shut the fuck up, man!
If any of you are have tiny feet but are a big person, I suggest you never mention people the fact that you wear shoes that are bigger than your feet. Because
You can hear him rattle when he walks. It's not like you're surprised. No one's got tap dance fucking Timberlands. You know what I mean? And those shits are flopping about like an untied shoe on a toddler. Nope.
Take your pills.
Come on, take your pills.
do you have two phones? What
Yeah.
the fuck's with it?
Yeah, dude, he's a dealer.
Blow my cover, guys.
Oh, yeah. Get them both right in front of you. I'll hit you back.
Yeah.
We'll be back in 30 minutes.
Okay.
Let's see. After that, though, we did get Robert Roode doing an interview about the 5-way.
God, he's gonna spit up this way.
I don't spit up. I don't clump.
You don't clump.
You don't clump. You don't clump.
Just that.
Let's see. I remember thinking it was okay. You got the Becky interview.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
That was the one where she's backstage looking like it's a Aleister Black promo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember thinking that was fine. That was good. I do know what TB Poker means if he's here still, where he's getting a little tired of the man. I don't think that I'm tired of the man gimmick or of Becky doing it or of Becky's skill or Becky being on TV. I think it's just a little static right now.
It's plateaued a little bit and it needs
Just needs a little
more
stir.
peaks and valleys.
Yeah, let's move it along a little bit, you know. I'm actually hoping that Becky loses the title at Hell in a Cell and has something to fight for again and show that fire that got her where she's at, you know.
Yeah,
I think
I'm mixed at the moment because I'm just annoyed that Sasha coming in saying, "Hey, I'm the best thing that's happened to this women's division," and Bayley's just sitting in the back, like holding her title. Like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I feel
hate
real
that.
bad because of the fucking champion who's on 2 shows a week,
Yeah.
getting fucking matches and TV time like crazy. I feel fucking terrible for Bayley on this one.
I did.
Also, Sasha put in her time. She can come in and go to main events.
Your floppy waving guys deflated when you said that. You're like,
What? Flappy, wavy guys? Christ, man.
floppy waving arm plate, old play link 2 pin.
You flaccid little smileys.
Your soft dick's got softer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I know what you mean. I mean, Sasha's kind of getting the forefront on that. And the Twitter back and forth between all 4 of them has been pretty funny. Becky did one towards Bayley where it was like, because it was the poster of Sasha in front of Bayley and Becky in front of Charlotte for the SmackDown show. And Becky puts out a thing to Bayley saying like, oh, there you are standing behind Sasha. It doesn't make you feel bad. You're not even up front on your own show when you're the champion. And Bayley's like, also, if you take a look at it, that's a Photoshop title. It's not even me holding it. And you can see she's like this, and there's just a title there. And you're like, oh my God. And then later on, they announced that on Raw, there's going to be another thing between the 4 of them, another tag team. And in that one, it's got Bayley up front, Charlotte behind Bayley, Sasha, and then Becky with the title. And then Sasha retweeted that and was all like, oh, the irony. You know, and I was like, it's funny that they're really fucking digging on each other a little bit. And I kind of hope that they're like in on it with the graphics people. Okay, now put me in the back. And
That or there's some poor like fucking up graphics intern just like,
Yeah.
God damn it, I'm trying.
I'm trying the best I can, guys.
You did it wrong.
Went to DeVry and I got hired here and fuck.
Yeah. Vince is going through there like, fuck, get him back in here again. And comes, I really thought I had it this time. I didn't use any Photoshopped ones. The order, I get it.
You said you know how to use Illustrator. Whoa. I think I agree with you. I think Becky losing the title would be beneficial because I think you could have that. I think a Charlotte and Becky versus Sasha and Bayley would be fantastic as tag teams and everything. And having Sasha and Bayley and have both the main women's titles and the tag titles.
I think it'd be sick.
Yeah, it'd be bomb sell.
I think it'd be really cool to have it all and be like showing a level of dominance and have the Charlotte and Becky be like, all right, enough of this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think it could be interesting.
Yeah.
And I think that pulling the titles off of Bayley and Sasha could also be just as interesting going forward. But I do feel like that Becky run's getting a little bit static. And I think it'd be cool to shake it up and have her just be like, fuck. But at the same time, kind of don't want Becky to lose that title ever. I like her as the champ, but I want the story to be more exciting. After that, we got Rusev versus EC3. Don't know why. Rusev got the win. Looks good.
Yeah.
The crowd was chanting, "We want Lana."
No, we don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
I disagree, crowd. I disagree entirely. And otherwise, I thought the match was kind of flat and didn't get a lot of fan reaction out of it. Not a lot of fanfare.
Which is unfortunate because I agree with you. It felt weird that it was there. I was happy to see Rusev because I like Rusev. He's great in the ring. He's a funny dude. When you put him in roles, he does wonderful. I just feel like this is kind of a weird spot.
It is.
Yeah.
It is entirely.
Well, I think it's just the way they introduced it. Hey, Rusev's back, and he's Maria's baby daddy. And I was like...
And then they moved that along right
Yeah.
away. And then he's back out there and with EC3 and something.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, he shouldn't be doing this shit. He should be higher up. He should be going towards the IC champion or some shit.
They should have put EC3 in that role instead of Rusev. If not to like knock Rusev back and not get him on TV, but I think this takes someone who has some recognition. So, oh, cool, here I see him, and you're like, oh fuck, he's attached to this. Whereas EC3 has nothing, and you're like, we will give you something. Mojo, give someone some
Mojo,
TV.
I don't think would play off being Maria Kanellis' baby daddy the right way.
That's why he's so traumatized. He saw it down there.
But I think EC3 could be good because he can just walk out there with his little cup and be like, whatever, we fucked.
Yeah.
You know?
I hit that.
Yeah. I put it 1% in. Just the tip 1%.
Just the tip. Agree, Spence. It is weird as fuck.
Yeah, it's a weird direction for Rusev. They even started chanting Rusev Day during this, and you're like, cool, they want Rusev back, but they just don't know if they want him like this.
Yeah.
That got me sad because that made me think of, that was a great angle. That got fucked.
Yeah.
I missed that. I have the calendar. The Rusev Day calendar where every day is Rusev Day. You didn't buy it? They made like a calendar and every day is marked Rusev Day.
Yeah, I know already it's Rusev Day.
Yeah.
Every time I see your kids, still, they scream it at me. Even if I don't say it first, they're going to say it. It's so funny.
Happy Rusev Day.
Yeah. Let's see. Mysterio dedicates his 5-way to his son.
Can we get through one 5-way without somebody laughing?
I could have written these different. The notes. I mean, dedicating your 5-way to your son.
Yeah.
You watching, Dominic?
This gangbang's for you.
Yeah.
I'm dedicating this orgy to Dominic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spence, that's most of this show.
That-
Sounded awkward.
Yeah.
Welcome to watching us, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Cheers.
Yeah.
where every show is like the first show. We're not getting better.
I hope you're not watching this with like kids or at church or something like that because it's not going to go well.
We have the warning from the first one.
Well, let's see. After that, we get Sasha Banks versus Nikki Cross, in what I thought was a great match by everyone involved. I thought they did a really great use of Alexa and Bayley on the outside. Sasha got a bit of a bloody mouth and was able to use that, and she got the win. I thought the story moved around great, and I thought all 4 people did good in their spots. At first, I was like, fuck, Alexa took it out on Bayley the whole shit last week with Sasha. And I saw the replay, and I was like, oh no, Bayley just super went into the whole, like she took over. Alexa, if you look, she's barely like, and then Bayley like throws her, and I was like, fucking well done.
Shawn Michaels, Hulk
Yeah,
Hogan.
yeah, she fucking Shawn Michaels that shit, where I was all like, fuck, Alexa went fucking dirty on this one. And I looked at it like, oh, Bayley just went nuts.
I'll make you look good. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, trust me, throw me at that chair. I'm gonna throw you the chair, just point me at it then.
Lightly shove me.
Yeah. I do like all of the. I do like this. So, I think you and I had talked about, because this is a good spot to bring it up, the women's tag titles, and they're getting a little less play than you were hoping as far as title defenses.
Yeah, just defending it. I thought you were pointing to me. I was like, yeah, I said that.
I just fucking said it, man. I said it. Want me to say it again? Like, do it again.
More feeling this time.
I do think that it's really cool that right now the women's tag titles, as is most tag titles when you really break it down, typically is to bolster up the mid card. How many people can we get mid card in a storyline in one match to make? We can get 4 people to look good for 10 minutes instead of just 1 or 2. And so I do think that it's really cool to have the champions that have like Bayley, the champion of SmackDown, in a storyline that involves both the women's tag and the Raw and vice versa. So now you have the champions and the mid-card sort of Alexa, Nikki trying to bring up people involved in that, which also frees up time for the actual tag teams like Fire and Desire and Kabuki Warriors for them to get time too. Like I think it's providing more TV time.
But see, to me, I think it's feeling like, what was it, last year when it was McIntyre and Dolph and whoever the hell and all.
The Shield.
Yeah, the Shield. Where all the belts were in one little thing, and that's what it's feeling like.
But with the women's division, I think they're doing it well with splitting their matches up this way. Because the other thing is that how many women's tag teams do you have? You know what I mean? Like you've got 4 or 5. So you can't do strictly that. You know what I mean? And then how many singles women do you have right now? Remember they had that lumberjack match like a year and a half ago where there was like 2 women on each side and 2 women inside, and they're like, that's the entire roster? Because you have to say that. The entire women's roster is out here.
Alundra Blaze brought up, fuck.
Yeah. And you're all like, you only have 8 people on your roster? Like, fuck.
But that was just on Raw.
Yeah, Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah,
one of
them.
one. But, I mean, but...
That was before the wild card.
That's all this is staffing.
It's a staffing thing.
This is a staffing issue.
When you have a small women's division and you only have a couple of titles that all the women should be interested in, I think they're doing a really good job of balancing getting more women on TV at a time instead of, like, remember it was when Lacey and Becky were going back and forth, they were the only 2 women you saw. That was it. You didn't see the Iconics at all. You didn't see any of the tag teams at all. Like, putting the tag team titles in a storyline that involves the SmackDown title forces the tag teams to come out of the shadow too, because now it's, well, are they just going to go for the tag title, or is the tag title going to be sought off by someone else? Are we going to potentially get a 3-way down the way where you have 3 teams or something? Like, it forced them to get the women's tag back out there and kept all the women relevant in moving storylines that involve titles that, you know, that's why they're all here, right? For the paycheck and the titles and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I do think more title defenses would be nice, but when you only have like 4 teams, you got to space them out just right.
Well, and if you only have like 12 people that do this, the tag titles, they work by building up the middle card. For the men's division, because there's so many more men, I think that's why we're seeing more of these elimination matches. They're a place to showcase, like, hey, you're going to look okay and get some time on TV, bro. That's it.
No, I agree with that, but at the same time, I think, you know, you need to also show just some of the other women that you have. Mm-hmm. Lacey Evans has been having matches with Ember Moon and who did she fight last week?
And this week.
Was it twice?
Yep.
Where it's like, where's that going? No, she fought Dana Brooke one of the weeks.
Dana Brooke and Ember. I think she was on Raw and SmackDown, actually.
Yeah.
But it's giving them more TV time to do that, where you have the titles. So now you have the tag team champions and the SmackDown champion and the number 1 contender in one segment, and now you have a segment where you can have Lacey in a singles, and now you have a segment where you can have Kabuki and Fire and Desire. Like, it's able to get them all a little bit more time, I think, which I agree. I like to see my titles defended. I like to see them in their division. I don't like to see them all tied up, but I'm saying the way they're utilizing it, they're not fucking off the time they're getting back, right? Where a lot of time like in that storyline, we just didn't see tag teams for a while. It was like, okay, tag teams are gone because now the tag team titles are wrapped up in this Dolph Ziggler Shield thing, and that was every segment, and it was only them, and they never showed other people. At least this freeing up time, they're giving it back to the division. So I think the way they're utilizing it this time is better than what we've seen previous.
Yeah. I still just want to see that defended.
Just fucking offend him.
Yeah.
Well, now we get the 20% tell, so we're gonna see all.
We're not there yet, you fuck.
So
All
there's
right.
a segment in the back.
We're really close to it though. So we got Street Profits with The Miz, where he announces Hogan and Flair are going to be at Raw next week in Phoenix on the Monday Night Raw season premiere.
Don't you need like a fucking gap of a week for it to be a season or something?
No,
Season premiere.
no time off.
When did this shit end?
Last week.
Is this reruns? Feels like it.
Can you pop an ice cube in here? The only thing that was cool about that segment was finding out that the show we have tickets to is going to have Hogan and Flair. I've never seen them come out, so it'd be nice to go.
Oh, you guys are going to Raw?
Yeah, we're going to Raw. We are going to be there live at Raw. After that, we get Lacey Evans versus Ember Moon. That's stop. Stop it.
Jesus. What is this?
Sweet tea.
Okay.
Long Island sweet tea. Let's see. We got Lacey Evans versus Ember Moon, followed by a Natty promo. This is the one where Lacey puts on the sharpshooter, fucks it up, falls over,
Big time.
and then Ember just starts tapping out because she's like,
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
I don't know how to get you back into it.
Yeah.
And then Natty's all like, well, she hasn't quite mastered
Yeah, I like that.
It was not the next night. I mean, it was fucking...
Yeah.
I think it was the next night, but still.
Ember kicked Lacey in the throat
Yeah.
hard as
That was
shit.
dope.
I was like, fuck.
That was fucking cool. And I thought the match was good. Between Lacey and Ember, I think the match was good.
But you know what's funny is Sierra watched that match with me.
Lord, dude.
Look,
He clumped
He clumped fucking all
paper
over.
towels.
I didn't get any yummy. It's all good.
Yeah, you got it all over the furniture.
He's
It's
proud.
drippy and shit.
That was like fucking Cruel Intentions with the soda. Did you see the way he fucking slobbered on that? Like it was a fucking chew toy? He pulled away and... It's a drink, man.
Was there a bridge?
There was a big... and I just... Fuck.
I just like that he was excited he didn't get any on him.
Yeah, he goes, look! All that mess and none on me.
I did it!
Yeah. I aimed well.
Baby steps.
Yeah. God.
Are you done with that?
No, I'm keeping it now.
So Sierra's watching Lacey and Ember,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh, that's cool." And then Lacey hit Ember off the top rope with the women's right. And they're like, "Oh, the women's right," and she's like, "Did they just call that the women's right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she got the win, and she's like, "Well, that was underwhelming." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's Lacey."
Yeah, there you go. You nailed it.
Because the thing that sucks is that she's been showcasing cooler moves.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, cool. There's moves in the repertoire that we haven't seen before, and then you go back to the finisher, and it's
A shit uppercut, shit punch.
Yeah.
It's like a commentary.
I don't know where you go with this Lacey Natty thing. Like, where do you go that makes me super interested? Because they've had, like, what, 2 matches now? And now they're building up towards another match, and it's like... This feels like something could be on main event.
Yep.
I don't think it has to be on Raw.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. After that, we did get a Firefly Funhouse spot. I've just been liking all of these with him putting up the posters, talking about creepy shit. His whole, like, Seth, you're my friend, but Fiend doesn't forget.
You know the thing that I think's funny, and I don't know if you guys noticed it, and maybe I missed it, but in all the Firefly Funhouses since Seth, they haven't showed Abigail's
one?
house. Yeah.
I thought I haven't seen it either.
Yeah. Because the whole burn it down thing with Seth.
Maybe that's why they pulled it.
There's probably something way deeper because with all this, like that, or he's very good at like bullshitting his way into making it sound deeper. Yeah,
Could be.
I thought it was a great segment. I liked all the people but I was so. The one thing I kept noticing is I really wish he'd taken out Stone Cold.
Yep. And that Stone Cold was missing from there, but maybe they're waiting on that. That might be a bigger moment. That's pretty big.
If he takes out The Rock before Stone Cold, what it's going to do is make me think, you know what? A lot of that shit about you being a prima donna backstage, that's pretty fucking true.
Who?
Stone Cold.
What?
Oh. Because his biggest complaint when he didn't put Brock over, there's no reason for it, there's no point. This is putting someone over for a fucking reason.
No, his complaint was that it's wasted money. He said this was a
pay-per-view match that...
You poured a bunch all over yourself, man.
Son of a bitch! Shut up!
He needs a fucking spittle.
I'm not drinking anymore tonight.
I don't know how you fuck up a straw. Like, we used a straw for this.
We need to buy him one of those WWE towels for the babies.
Ones.
Yeah.
I got the Connor one. I don't know what to do with. Yeah.
Just give it to him. This is the last show we can use for the Connor one.
Yeah.
We're just gonna showcase everything that comes out. Fuck!
Like, a lot of people use straws because it's cleaner. And you found a way to make it worse than when you just...
He needs like the Joe towel.
He's gonna like take the lid off and just start scooping it. Look, he's stuck in the desert. Fuck.
Spence, you still watching? This is what you're in for. Me being abused. Justifiably, I'm not saying it's not fair, but...
No, Stone Cold's thing was that it was something that was not advertised at all. It was you tuned into Raw, and a graphic came up, said, tonight you're going to see... And it was a little bit in. It wasn't the top of Raw. It was later on tonight you're going to see Stone Cold versus Brock. And he's like, people have been wanting Stone Cold versus Brock for a long fucking time. And if you're going to blow it on a Raw with absolutely no build, this is something that could be a main event on a pay-per-view, and we can make a shitload of money together, or I can put over this dude one time in a squash fucking match that doesn't mean anything and that no one's going to see. You know? Because they were trying to prove a point of watch Raw every week because anything can happen. Stone Cold's like, you're also going to be throwing away a shitload of my money.
Okay, then how about we have Stone Cold host pay-per-view then and have Fiend take him out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want him to take him out of the pay-per-view. So, make it a bigger thing. Make it like Survivor Series or some shit.
What about the end of Straight Up Austin?
Yeah.
The last episode?
Yeah, last episode of the season. He's sitting there like, all right, thanks for watching the season.
Yeah.
Coming out in this mean fucking hearse into whatever goddamn...
Yeah.
But I mean, that'd be...
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know if they would cross shows like that.
Bring more legends out.
But
We haven't seen Hillbilly Jim in a while.
Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Still giving his Hall of Fame speech.
Yep. Let's see, after that...
We need to make Hillbilly Gin.
Hillbilly Gin. Nice.
Moonshine. After that, we get the 24/7 spot where Carmella gets the title off of R-Truth, and then all the women
That we haven't seen in forever come
we
out.
haven't seen fucking forever. They start chasing Carmella around, and that was the mood of both of them, was that the women are going to be chasing Carmella now. And then the men just kind of like made it this kind of somber, like, I guess we're done here, guys. You know?
There goes our TV paychecks. I'm gonna go hang out at home now. I guess I'll do abs.
Yeah, Drake's like, oh, I got nothing now.
Yeah, but now on the Twitter thing, Drake's wife is now like, Carmella's got the 24/7 title, now she's gonna like do the whole thing. So
She's trying to consummate their marriage with Carmella. What the fuck was that?
I didn't even touch anything.
It's all right. What? I don't know. Whatever it was, it's fine. I'm assuming. I don't know. If it broke, it'll be broken later.
Somebody's breaking in.
Yeah.
Do you want to join in?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got titles. We just hit them with it once they're down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they're not a ref? What?
What?
What if they're not a ref?
Yeah, no, the title knocks them out every time.
I can see Robert coming in. You just straight mandible claw.
Yeah. Yeah! Let's see. I am interested to see where they go with that, giving the women a little more TV time. If you notice, Kairi Sane was chasing them in the back and covering her face.
I was like, oh, if she trips, this is gonna be the fucking worst thing.
She was like trying not to be seen by the camera, and I was
no,
like,
she was holding her fucking stupid.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what she was holding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what an idiot!
Yeah.
Man, if she tripped, that would have been the fun. I like Kairi Sane, but that would have been the funniest death ever.
That'd have been great.
Oh shit! Through her head.
Yeah.
I felt bad because it wasn't just. It was so. Sometimes with these 24/7 things that you see people coming, you're like, oh shit, they got downgraded to the mid card. Like when you see the revival come out. So when Kairi Sane and Asuka were chasing, I was like, oh no, no, they're doing better. Why? Because who was it? It was Sarah Logan up front.
One of the
Iconics. Tamina.
Tamina, is it?
There's that or
There's Dana Brooke. I saw Dana Brooke.
There was somebody. There was Tamina there. There was. I'm not gonna. just by appearance, there's Tamina there. That or Nia put like lost a bit of weight.
No, Nia's shit.
Damn it, I was trying to be Nia, but it was Tamina. Then fucking Asuka, someone, and Kairi Sane. It was like, you two don't belong here.
Well, they kind of do.
Yeah, I know.
After that, we got King Corbin comes out with an amazing new look in addition to his music, which I thought worked out really well. I don't usually like when they cut back and forth,
That one
but they
worked
mixed it really well.
Unlike if we go high lows, my lows are gonna be music other than this.
What?
It's like when we talk about best and worst moments.
Yeah.
If we do that, my worst moments are music other than his mixing. Everyone else's mixing is terrible.
All the mixing is fucking horrible. The Asuka Kairi Sane one, it fucking hurts.
Yeah, I think this is what schizophrenia is, because it's just like, shit, stop.
Yeah. Different now. Change, change, change.
See, I'm surprised, like, Kairi Sane and Asuka, who, they have a tag team name, Kabuki Warriors and all that, and they still don't have a straight intro just for them.
They don't have an intro. They don't have a look. They still look like two people.
But I thought that was Sasha and Bayley, too.
Yeah, but then
When they were the tag teams.
The more that they're doing this, that they have them paired together like that, the more it feels like the reason they're paired together is where they're from, and it's kind of fucked.
It does.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like, give me some other reason that they're together than the fact that they're Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the difference between, I think, with Bailey and Sasha and even Nikki and Alexa is they start with one and move into the other one that they walk out to. And with Asuka and it's just flipping back and forth, and it's flipping back, and it's like, and their look is completely severed from each other. They don't have anything that looks together or combined together. They don't pose together. Alexa and Nikki have their whole pose thing that they do, which looks good. Their gear sometimes matches on a certain level.
You got a pirate and a Goodwill princess.
And I'm like even more upset with Fire and Desires because theirs, it cuts over and they're closer, so it's even more frustrating. Cool, you have stuff that makes sense, but then you do this dumb fucking music thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I think leading in with Mandy's and moving into Sonya's is great. Leave it with that and let it be Sonya's.
Better than just Mandy, because then Mandy would walk in the ring and Sonya would be blurred out.
Yeah.
It's
horrible.
Yeah.
But Corbin did a really good job with the music, I thought.
Yeah.
The horns going in and out right when it did.
What did you guys think of his new crown?
Loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool, but it reminded me of Maleficent or whatever. Maleficent.
Makes sense for him though. He's a mean bitch.
What is with you, man?
The high voice when I like.
You've been like butt puckering every now and again.
He's really
Like it's how he makes a point every time or something.
I haven't been.
How'd you like it? I mean, it was pretty good.
I'm not used to your abuse anymore, so I'm worried it's gonna happen. You don't
constantly tense. Yeah, okay, it's okay. It's okay.
He's holding back his fire.
Yeah. But I liked his crown. I liked the scepter. I liked the cape, having the fur and the black. I was like, this is exactly how King of the Ring should be done.
Yeah.
If only they did it right in the tournament.
Yeah, but can you imagine if they would have had that on the pedestal and
No, don't
and
have it
then
on the pedestal, but
Gable?
do it all in one night and then have him bring it out next week.
Mm-hmm. Like you have a separate set of gear. And it's like no. Like it could have been a cool thing where he like throws away the crown and shit, has his own. Like I had my own made.
Yeah.
This is not worthy of a king.
No, this.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
And then Gable could have gotten it. He could have like, I need a smaller one.
Do you guys have this in extra medium?
Yeah.
It's
so many short jokes. I got really tired of them.
Yeah.
It was really weird. Even Taz brought it up on Twitter. He said for a company that does so much with anti-bullying and about body image and having dealt with the same shit when I was there fucking 20 years ago, you think the creative would be a little bit better than a fucking series of short jokes for 10 minutes. I was like, well, that's fair. It's hard to argue.
Taz decided up to here with this. We don't have creative. I can make that joke.
Jesus.
Hey, if we get heat, you might be able to get on this podcast because you can try and defend us. So yeah, let me be an asshole to him.
Yeah, do it. I'll throw you right under the bus.
Little shit.
Yeah. You little piece of shit. Let's see. After that, we got King Corbin versus Gable, which I thought was fucking incredible. Again, these dudes are great, and the crowd was super hot. And I think how hot the crowd has been for these matches is a testament to how good Baron Corbin is, and I think people are missing that fact. You would not cheer Gable this hard if you didn't hate Baron Corbin as much as you do, and you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
I like Corbin.
Oh, I love, and this has really shown off Corbin to me, because Corbin, he's a fucking fantastic heel, like, but he's also, like, not a chicken shit heel.
Spence said that was cheap but good. Your Taz thing, I think. Fuck. Spence is a Clump fan.
I am a fan!
Wow.
Yeah, you're probably the only one.
That was unexpected. Unexpected.
Here comes this word.
Yeah.
Spence, I have to say this. You have to be mean to me, because I don't know how to process
And anything you say to him gets censored anyways.
Yeah, and anything positive. I don't know how to process positivity, so be mean to me, like my family, like this fucker. You're neutral, but it's cool.
Hey.
My wife, just be an asshole to me, and that's better, because if I have positivity, I'm going to ruin it. I'm like Lenny with like the puppy in Mice of Mice and Men. I don't know if you've read literature from high school.
Don't say our people are uneducated, man.
No. I am.
He's
like,
almost a fan.
listen, George.
You've almost got one more fan.
Yeah, I
I'm like Lenny.
think you just lost a fan.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
You see what we mean, Spence?
Yeah. Sorry, Spence.
Producer called it.
Yeah, you had me, then you lost me. See?
This is better for both of us, honestly.
There should be a clump warning next to the kids warning.
Yeah. I don't know if you've read books or know words.
Next shirt. I don't know if you read books or no words.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I don't know if you read words or no books. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to say it that way.
Glad you're still here, Spence.
Spence, thanks for tuning in. You're welcome to give us a follow and put the no in notifications. You never have to watch again.
You probably won't anyway,
But you can
it'd be
still be a
helpful
big
to
help.
us.
Still be a big help. Cheers to Spence for sticking it through, even through all the Clump shit.
I'll give
That was like a subtle pull away. No.
Let's see. After that, though, so I thought that was great. And like we said, Corbin is doing an awesome job. Gable's doing an awesome job. And I think people, because a lot of people were like, I'm never going to watch Raw again. They made Baron the King of the Ring, and he's fucking terrible, and I hate him. And I was all like, sweet.
Yeah, that's what they
He
want.
did
You
it.
idiot.
Yeah.
They-
Yeah, they did it. And then it's all like, it should have been Gable. Gable's better. And you're like, well, fuck, that's what you should be saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I was just gonna say about Gable is I love that how he got all this momentum and people were pissed that Corbin beat him, and it was like 2 weeks ago you were probably like, fuck this guy, get him off the TV.
Yeah, 4 weeks ago. Why the fuck is Chad Gable in this?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, when they first announced him on the thing, everyone's like, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Spence, thank you so much.
Oh, shit. Spence.
Right, Spence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bah, 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 bah.
Where's the gun? Aw.
I'll throw shit.
Money gun. Woo!
Never fix that.
Woo!
Alright.
Reload.
Alright. Spence's don't let it get to your head.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's...
Spence, we don't do well with love.
Too late.
Yeah, that was anticlimactic.
See, I know.
words. You fuck.
Yeah,
You damn Clump. At least with Clump, he is as advertised.
you misspelled anticlimactic.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
It doesn't have the C. The C is what we pronounce accidentally.
They can't pull back, can they?
That's all good. Wait, no.
Can they unsub?
Wait, no, he's right. I'm stupid.
Give him ideas.
Fuck!
Climactic. Yeah, I think that's correct.
Oops, on this shit.
Oh, my God.
He subscribes and now you're arguing with him.
Yeah.
I have a liberal arts.
for subscribing, you idiot.
I have a liberal. Fuck, he did. Okay. I feel dumb.
Spelled it right?
Yep.
So you were so bad at spelling, you thought correct spelling was incorrect.
Oh. You know, I was. Oh, fuck.
Unsubbed.
Shit it!
Damn it! Bring back the money. Bring back the money. Put it back.
We don't need your affection.
You will notice,
You're fired.
Spence, you will notice you just earned yourself a It's 5 o'clock somewhere title right there next to your name now. That is a wrestling on the...
Spence, that's how I approach most of life. I thank you. High five.
And then after, I believe it's 2 months, then you get the Intercontinental looking championship you see above. After that, you get, it's a purple world.
This is 205.
It's really close to 205, but it's the world title with a purple strap.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything for the interim in between there, the 9 month. And that 12 month, I've got like a big gold style, like whiskey label looking thing.
So the purple is just reference to Crown, was our original go-to.
Crown and Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they're both purple.
Fuck, man. Thanks for tuning in where every show's our first. 6 months in and every show's the first show. We don't get better, we don't get smarter, we don't notice anything.
Oh, I get sugar on my nose. Fucking sweet tea. Oh, it's like diabetes, everything's sweet.
He goes, what have I got myself into? You've gotten a whole bunch of series premieres. Every episode's a premiere.
It's like Jinder Mahal's title reign. Watch that guy learn her.
Yeah, watch us learn how to not get better. After that, we get an AOP video, Authors of Pain, and they beat up a couple randos in the fucking hallway, then come back and say no one wants to fight them.
I thought this was okay. I think if we didn't have all the shit Aleister Black's been doing for 6 months, this would have been fucking bomb.
True.
Because this was cool because they went out and busted someone's ass and came back and I was like, that's awesome.
Who?
Yeah. If we didn't have Aleister Black doing this dumb bullshit thing, this could be awesome. And then imagine
Maybe, but if they just beat up Carl Pilkington and fucking Hornswoggle, then I'm not that impressed.
Hornswoggle is a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, but you could punch him out.
More of a kick, like a knee.
You know,
Not even a high knee. Just
be a short fight.
yeah, like with Taz.
But I just okay. So the first video had me interested. This video actually pulled me out of it because they went and beat up what appeared to be staffers and not wrestlers. They're not
Actually,
fighters.
Heath
And
Slater.
like, so no one's, was it Heath Slater?
Heath Slater.
I couldn't see who any of them were because the whole thing was shaky and weird.
I was trying to see who the second one was. I thought it was Carlito at first. I was like, oh, hey.
Hey, you're back.
Yeah.
For a
So-
second, I thought it was the Major Bros, but it wasn't. I was pretty sure it wasn't.
I know one of them was Slater.
One of them was Heath Slater. Okay, well maybe they fought some wrestlers.
Maybe-
they shot it so. I mean,
It was weird.
I couldn't tell. I could not tell.
Pritchard.
God damn it, Pritchard. And it's this whole no one wants to fight them again thing, but I think this is a better job than they did with Aleister, because here's people like saying that people were refusing to fight him, where Aleister was just hiding in the closet and saying, how come no one comes in here with me?
I think it would have been great if they went out there, beat up Slater and whoever the other guy was, and then they came back and Alistair's sitting in their chair.
That'd be funny. He's
Beat
like,
his ass.
Yeah.
he's like, what?
Yeah.
I think
This
it'd
is
be
my
cool
closet.
if
Hey, Pinky.
Pinky.
yo.
Cheers. Thanks for coming in and having a drink.
Worked with us.
Also, Spence,
Cynthia.
Oh, very cool.
Hey.
if you're drinking
What's up?
anything as well, let us know.
Yeah, let us know what you're drinking. Anyone out there? We are your drinking buddies. Pick up your Drinking Buddies t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/rocks. I do want to see OP back in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Racer 5 IPA. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, we do beers on our watch-alongs and whiskeys on our work days.
Except Clump, because I don't drink because I'm, yeah.
Because he's better now.
Yeah.
And
I drank a lot. I don't drink anymore.
Yeah, I drank enough to last. And then
Margarita.
Pinky's got a margarita.
This is the good version.
Yeah. Yeah, this is as good as this is good. I do want to see AOP in the ring. I do want to see what they're up to. Stackhouse drinking sweet tea, having the old clump. I'm just showing Cardinals logo. Which is fine. That's probably perfect. Don't advertise for them. Well, yeah. If we get sponsorship from Cane's Chicken
Cane's
Strips,
bomb.
fresh chicken strips,
Would not complain.
Also, Stackhouse. Anyone wants to get a #1 fan shirt? ProWrestlingTees.com/Wrestling on the Rocks. Also, you can get your Sam Stackhouse is okay shirt. It's him doing a moonsault through the Oklahoma State. Have you seen it?
Sure.
I sent it to you, right? He's our #1, so we designed him a T-shirt. We're hoping it does well. I do want to see AOP again. I don't know where they go with this so much, but I am okay with seeing how it plays out.
Maybe I was thinking about maybe having them go through more and more people, but then I think about why not just have them walk out and walk into. Imagine them walking into the locker room, just full of. You don't have the big people there; they don't have to be there. But it's like Heath Slater, it's Jinder, just having a bunch of like just mid lower card, and they go through and just fuck everyone up. That'd be cool, and they could look dominant as hell.
What if the two of them beat Braun Strowman in the back?
I could see that.
Because he is the one who rips through the entire tag division every time. So if the two of them jump Strowman and knock him out or throw him over the edge of something.
And then he can
into
go
the
on
abyss.
his hiatus and come back as Broken Strowman.
Oh, Broken Strowman!
Or they could bring back. I think it'd be funny if they brought him back with like a jobber gimmick or just a job gimmick, and he's like the slugger, slow pitch softball player, like his dad.
Let's see. Loves AOP, but until they take the tag team division seriously, I'd rather they just go back to NXT and dominate again.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on in their tag division down in NXT? Not much right now, right?
The Profits.
They've taken literally everyone who's shown like some growth and been like, "Whoa, this is awesome." They've taken them out.
Taking them away. So
Yeah.
Street Profits is all they got, and that is fucking horrible.
Well,
and Undisputed Era.
Right, yeah.
And what happened to Forgotten Sons?
Yeah, I forgot about
What
that.
in I don't care about anyone in that fucking tag division anymore.
Yeah, I'd be okay with them going back. I'd also be okay with even teams like Revival or something going back. Although I think Revival are solid where they're at.
Yeah. Well, see, I think with NXT going live for 2 hours, I think it would
need
be
people.
nice to, drop down, more talent down there. With KO getting fired, everyone thought he was going to show up on NXT, which would have been cool.
That'd be
I'm curious about what they're going to do with that too, especially with the draft coming up shortly too. Once there's a draft, I think we're going to get a lot.
Well, see,
better
I'm wondering if NXT has draft picks.
I thought they would. I thought they
Yeah.
would. Let's see. After this, we do get the Fatal 5-Way Elimination match
That Michael
for the
Cole-
#1 contender. What's up?
that Michael Cole fucked up announcing.
What do you mean?
Up next is the Fatal 4-Way, and
With 5.
He just kept going through it, and I was like, I heard that.
Yeah, Fatal 4-Way with Mysterio, Rude, Ricochet, AJ, Shinsuke, and others. Let's see. Mysterio gets the win. I thought it was a really great match by everyone, though. I thought it was really good. I thought they all did a great job. I was impressed by it. I don't always like matches with that many people because I think it can get a little bit, can look a little like too overproduced.
You get lost a little bit in it.
Yeah, and then it kind of looks a little dumb. It's like, okay, one person took one punch and now they're just out of the match for 4 or 5 minutes. I thought they did a good job of making sense of it all and actually moving through pretty quick.
What do you feel about the order of eliminations? Because I feel like Ricochet,
He went out first, right?
yeah, and I kind of felt weird about that. I was like, man, I think he could have gone
See,
in.
I'm okay with that, especially as much of a push as that he's gotten
Yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt him.
throughout the,
Fair.
I don't think it'll hurt him.
Looking at it, I thought Rude was going to be the first one.
Yeah.
And considering he was the last one, it was kind of underwhelming. I was like, well, Ray's going to win this.
Really, I thought they did a great job of making you believe that it could be Rude.
Yeah.
Just because of all the stuff they've done with Rude and Seth already, that it could have been like, well, he's got a fucking fire and he really wants to get that second shot.
Yeah, but if you had AJ and Mysterio, you're thinking AJ's going over.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Ray pulls it out. You're like, oh, shit. That was great.
It's true, but I did feel that Rude could do it. There was a moment where I just wasn't sure. And I was like, I don't see a huge point in either one except for the Bray factor, who needs to take out all these legends.
She pointed out at the beginning.
Which I pointed out myself, by myself alone.
More ice, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Noise for you.
Senses don't like blue.
You want the smoke. Oh,
That's their show. Sure.
yeah, no, the Spence is saying that they don't like Blue Boy, that you want the smoke. That's the whole Street Profits thing. You want the smoke, let's get the smoke. I hate the Street Profits. I'd be happy if I never saw or heard from them again.
I know what shirt I'm buying.
And producer here, not knowing anything about him, I actually wanted to like Street Profits. Because I was like, oh, new faces, cool.
And plus, we got that merch from them.
Oh, yeah.
At your first live show she ever went to, Street Profits gave everybody in that area we were in a signed red cup. We got 2 of them just sitting in the back, and I was like, oh, cool, maybe she'll like them. And I was like, they're pretty neat, they're decent. And the second they started doing all this shit on Raw, I was all like, melt those cups. Melt them into a ball of wax.
See, I liked them at first, when they first went out there. And I was like, okay, this is cool. Now that it's a segment every week on Raw, I don't get it.
And it's a hype segment of Raw. It's,
I thought this week, truthfully, with The Miz, I thought it went all right. I thought it was a lot smoother than the normal ones instead of them just yelling.
Yeah,
Miz brought a different dynamic to it.
I think that's why. I think the Miz saved them, which is...
Just
what does that say?
Pull it down a notch, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do understand that people like him, but I do feel like they're just yelling the card at me. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, that's also the announcer's job to lead into stuff, and you're just yelling at it like a fucking psycho fan.
The Chappelle Show sketch, the Hard of Hearing, or no, from Family Guy, the Hard of Hearing. There's this like guy just yelling out what Peter's saying.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. Let's see. Oh, in this one, I put Mysterio wins in a great match by all competitors, and I thought that even Sammy was utilized pretty well in that match as well. I forget a few things that he did in there, but
I liked one where Shinsuke did something, and the camera's like focused on it, and then all of a sudden you see Sammy's face go across the screen.
Yeah.
He's like, ah!
yeah.
You remind me of like Mortal Kombat where the dude comes out and Yahtzee!
Yeah.
And he goes back. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, Sammy's so fun. Even WWE put out a little tweet where it was a GIF of Shinsuke coming out, like that with the stuff, and then Sammy's right behind him, just all, and it just said like Sammy's a national treasure or something, and I was like, fuck yeah. After that, we got a Seth promo.
Because we needed 2.
We needed that again. Then we got Seth versus Braun. Fiend comes out and attacks Braun twice.
And it was fucking cool.
Fucking cool. And then he gets all in Seth's corner. And then Seth's like...
I hate that.
The noise he makes when he does is like... Because the first... I'm like, oh, he's hurt? No, that's just him crying.
Yeah.
That's how he cries.
See, I can't stand when they do that shit in the corner. I do not like it at all.
Here's what I don't like about it right now with Seth is they're trying to show this weakness so he can survive and prevail, and that's what I don't like about it. Looks like they're building up a Fiend loss, and I think that's horseshit. Here's what happened off air. This is important because it fucking makes me mad. So after they went off air, Seth starts beating off the Fiend.
Wow. What?
Am I contagious?
Wait.
He's beating off the Fiend.
No.
That's why they could have showed on air.
That's why it went off air.
No, producer cutting it. That's not.
That
can't be what happened.
What? Come on.
Is that why he's making those weird noises?
This is why it made me mad.
It's anticipation.
Oh my god.
Could have been on TV.
See what I have to work with, Spence.
Yo.
Spence is saying, remember when Steve Austin cried when Kane came out and then filed a lawsuit against Vince when he got fired? How cool was that?
I like you, Seth.
Yeah.
I like you, Seth. Or Spence.
Spence!
Fuck!
Stop!
I like you, Spence.
Talking shit about the whole KO gimmick there too. But so Seth starts beating up Fiends. 2 hands.
There we go. Well,
He foot jobs him. Goes back and forth, does the old foot on the mouth gimmick. So he stomps him like 4 times, and Fiend's like, just taking all these stomps like a dumbass Brock Lesnar in the first go around. And then the lights go out, and Fiend disappears, and Seth's like, what happened? Oh, what happened? But he was beating the shit out of the Fiend, and it was really pissing me off.
Yeah,
They should have kept him away. They should have kept them away from each other for a long time. Like we talked about this earlier. Like have him go through other people. Like go through everyone in the upper mid card.
Yeah.
Have him just pick people for weird reasons. But no, in this, he has to win, or all of this was for fucking nothing. Like the coolest thing that they have, I think the thing that gets the most excitement for the company is gone. For
Do you think this is how desperate they are to get Seth over? Like they're willing to throw away Fiend.
Well, Seth is the new Roman.
Roman's still there.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
But he's not on Raw.
Yeah,
he
but
was
like
traded and
I don't know
he's got that whole thing,
I think they need to realize like, no, Seth's a great heel. Make someone else the new Roman. He got over to the point where he was popular by being a shithead, and then when he switches, like, oh, he'll be great as a face.
Yeah.
No, just get
horrible
someone.
at it.
He's bad, so bad. Well, he's bad at being which Roman wasn't great either. He's bad at being like the best. Like, I'm the face. He's an unironic Kurt Angle. Do you get what I mean? Like he's super. I'm a badass. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna do this. Like how Kurt Angle was like, I'm gonna integrity blank blank blank. But it was all a heel.
Is that what you started to say?
Yeah, I'm blank blank. But like where Kurt Angle was like integrity, whatever the fuck it was.
Intensity, integrity, and intelligence.
Thank you.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows the 3 I's except for Clump. There's no I in Clump.
It all makes sense now.
Actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
You know, the I and the other two.
Yeah, exactly. Got the thing, where he's like intensinizer, and then like he's like entrance field, and then the other one where it's like an iPhone.
This is why we can't have slogans.
Integrity and the other two.
Yeah,
Dude. Integrity and the other things.
irrigation, all of them.
Indigo girls.
Yeah. I guess he's not ironic about it. He's also just shit about it. Like, I don't think he connects.
No.
I think he rides the wave of, remember when I was in the Shield, you guys loved me, remember? And he doesn't try to maintain that excitement by people. He just expects it.
He comes out like a bad MC too when he comes out. Like he's like, "What's going on, blank?" Like, oh.
You know what's funny is he came out one night and he was like, "Wow, you guys are loud tonight." And it reminded me of when I was at a Raw where Jericho was there. Back when he was doing good shit. I was fucking around. But Jericho came out and before they came back from break. And I remember thinking, man, Jericho is so good with the crowd. And he said the same line, "You guys are loud tonight." But the way he did it had the crowd fucking get excited and erupt. And they're all like, "Woo, Jericho." When Seth did it, everyone's kind of like, yeah,
Yeah, we are.
sure. We'll chant sometimes.
The pity chant.
Yeah.
Spence, I agree with that. Like,
Pity champ. Pity champ.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Like,
Yeah.
when he was hungry for the belt, kind of like Becky.
When he didn't get the Universal, ever since he lost the Universal title at Finn's hands, he felt super fucking hungry.
Well, then now and now that he beat Brock and Braun, it was a little before that, but anyways, he beat Brock, he got the Universal title, now he's just kind of,
Going through the motions.
I'm here.
I'm the top.
Yay.
I'm the best.
And it almost seems heelish,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
It's weird because with Brock's gimmick being that he doesn't give a shit about the business or the industry, and he doesn't care to be here, he's just bringing in the money. I get less of that feeling from Brock, and I get more of that feeling from Seth. And I don't think Seth is that way.
Yeah.
But he's coming off that way. I think Seth is a super fan who thinks this is fucking unreal every day, but it doesn't come off that way. He's not projecting that. He's pushing it down or something. He's trying to keep it at bay, and that's exactly what he needs to be tapping into.
He's coming off like he's trying too hard. He's
Trying to be hard to be cool.
exactly.
That's exactly what I was gonna
trying to-
say.
Yeah.
It's too cool.
Show the excitement. Show the, like, whoa. I forgot who it was that used to do that. When he'd speak or something like that, and people would go crazy, kind of like take a step back and like laugh and be like,
Even Cena would do that.
Cena
Yeah.
did that?
Yeah, like-
Rock would get into it and be like, stop when the crowd would say stuff. He'd be like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Seth doesn't. And
Seth has no crowd interaction.
Not good crowd interaction. It's the whole like, now cheer!
No.
Yeah. Louder! I can't hear you. Like he's got that shit MC style. How y'all doing tonight? I couldn't hear ya.
all the intensity of a strip club DJ. Not a good strip club DJ.
He's got
Like
friends.
Tuesday
Yeah.
afternoons. What?
The fuck, man? You're talking shit about his friend.
Hey, but is he prime time like Saturday night? Yeah, then you're good. I'm talking about the other guy at 2 p.m. on Wednesdays.
That's exactly
Coming
your
out.
shift. Yeah.
Coming out,
Juice my body on Saturday
175
nights.
pounds, slipping down a pole.
I used to laugh my ass off because I would call him like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm at work." "Oh, okay, cool." And then, hold on. Coming up on the main stage. And I just start cracking up on the phone. I was like, this never gets old.
On the mains.
Hold on one second, dude. I gotta do the thing. Hold on.
for
Don't hang up.
ones.
Don't hang up.
Two
Don't
for
hang up.
ones. Yeah.
Coming up on stage. Snaily Bailey. What? What'd I say? What'd I say?
Frog food.
What? What'd I say?
Anyway. On from Seth.
Brings us to
That's true, could do
SmackDown Live. Yeah, after Seth beat off the Fiend. Brings us to SmackDown Live. A little bit of SmackDown. Opens up with a Rowan video package. Eric Rowan. I think that's why they brought back the Eric. Because they know he's going to be going up against Roman Reigns. And I think that's why they were like, this is not going to work with our idiot announcers.
That's true.
Yeah. Say Rowan versus Roman 3 times Corey Graves. Fuck!
No.
Eric and Roman are fighting.
Yeah. Eric versus Reigns.
Rowan Reigns. Rowan Reigns. Fuck!
Yeah. Let's go, Rowan. Which one is that? Let's go, Rowan. Which one you say?
I'm excited because maybe if they switch this up, there could be an Eric chant. I'll be like, this is the best SmackDown ever. I'm a part of this.
Let's go me.
Let's go.
Me.
Describe me pooping. Me.
Let's see. Rowan comes out, cuts a promo. Daniel Bryan comes out and challenges him. This something seemed all right to me. I didn't have an issue with it. I do like seeing Rowan do more. I like seeing him speak more. Especially thinking he was probably the worst in the Wyatt family for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, by
it's nice
far.
to see him highlighted a little bit.
I think, I said last week, like, I think it's great that he's actually speaking. Like, we didn't know this. He never showed this.
He's doing well.
Great.
And he did well, even though I don't think the crowd was the reaction. He wasn't getting the reaction that they wanted. He still went, and I was like, "Fuck, you can." Like, I was worried he's gonna get rocked because I was like, "Fuck, he's really trying." And he kept going because there was that period where it's like you saw him pause, and then he's like, "See, you don't respect me." He's like, "Okay, you're good. You're doing
he was
okay."
handling it well.
He's a big motherfucker, and he's fairly agile. He'd be good at this. I think he could be a good fucking.
He's been doing it for 10 fucking years. I hope he could do it.
Yeah, but he's always been like someone else's like B side, you know.
Yeah. Spence wants more Luke Harper, but is into the Rowan push.
Yeah.
I'm not having a problem with it. I'm not. I'm curious to see what they're gonna call them together, and we'll get to that in a minute. But we did get Eric Rowan versus Daniel Bryan in what I thought was a great match.
Yeah.
Luke Harper got involved. Daniel Bryan leg gets caught up in a rope in that crazy spot.
Crazy.
And Rowan's trying to help him a little bit, but trying not to make look he's helping him. Daniel's kind of like, I don't know if it's going to work. The ref gets involved a little bit, and then Roman comes out, and a couple things happen here. So Roman goes to help.
Doesn't run out. He just fast blocks out, which looks stupid as shit.
He hurriedly walks. But before that, so Luke Harper and Rowan are going to set up this table to smash Daniel Bryan through it, right? But if you notice, Luke rolls into the ring and goes over to Daniel Bryan and kind of like does a bunch of nothing. And I was like, he's clearly asking Daniel Bryan if it's okay to continue with this spot, or do we need to stop?
Yeah.
And Daniel Bryan's all like, just don't put me through the table.
Just good. Yeah.
Fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But something happened there because he goes in there, does very little all around Daniel Bryan, and then they go and start clearing off a table. And then Roman comes out and they're like, why we ran outside? Then Roman goes to help out Daniel Bryan and lift him up. Daniel Bryan slaps his hand away, which was all like, but then he's all like, yous and me's versus the Bludgeon Brothers.
Which is so fucking weird.
Really weird.
Also, like, and this is, I don't know why I noticed it here because everyone does it. It's like, I'm going to get in the position for the Superman punch. If you guys are these smart people who, like, you're smarter than everyone, it'd be really cool if when Roman runs to do the Superman punch off the stairs, which he does every fucking time,
Someone speared him.
you step back, he doesn't line up right, and when he lands, you fucking, like, put a boot into him. Like, you turn around or something like that. You just dive. Do something
Do the
different.
code breaker.
Something else, because it's so dumb. You just look, it just...
Yeah, something else I think was my big chant during Rumble when Brock was doing his shit too.
Yeah, but it's
anything else.
But it's the same thing as when Braun runs around the outside.
Yeah,
Like, get in the ring. You see him running across the thing. Move.
yeah. He
You know.
stands on the end. He's a fucking 1,000 feet tall, and he's like,
Yeah.
And you could, yeah.
At least on Monday, Seth jumped into the crowd. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
It was something different.
No. But
Seth figured it out.
it just, it's a cool spot, but you don't have, it's like a lot of these things with the Roman and Seth. This is a cool spot. You don't have to do it every time. Or have somebody
Don't
fuck it
overuse
up.
it.
Like, yeah. And if then when it happens, like, oh shit, that was cool. It actually worked out. That's how it's supposed to work. Yeah.
Do you remember how devastating Shawn Michaels' super kick was?
Yeah, it killed people.
Just fucking killed them first shot. Their head was off their face.
And now we do 4 in a match.
But beyond that, he didn't do that in every match.
Yeah.
He won matches a lot of different ways, and that was only in what we remember classic matches with those classic finishes, were because that it led to that. He had nothing fucking else left. He had to do that to win. So that's why we think of that move and think about how cool it was and how powerful it was and all that. Enough to where people are using it overly now. Where, remember I told you he won the title with like some sort of weird suplex thing or just like a weird. I think someone he beat was they hit their head on a post and he just rolls them up and gets a big win on that. Like, he won a lot of matches without that move. And now we're seeing, not only are we seeing your big move every match, we're seeing your every spot in every match. And that's gotta go.
Well, it's like the one-winged angel with Kenny Omega. It's really protected because it's like deliberately designed to be a really fucking hard to move to get done, and usually people roll out of it, so you don't see it much, and you really never see anyone get out of it. Like you can count on one hand the amount of times people have kicked out of it, including in AEW.
That's pretty cool.
Which is
And
good.
they're also trying to protect Jericho's Judas effect.
Damn it.
So Jericho put out a tweet where he said Walter equals the worst name in wrestling history. And someone said
Jericho,
the
shut the
Judas
fuck up.
effect is the worst finishing move I've ever seen. And he goes, it's won 2 out of 2 times, so you're an idiot. Like, you're a fucking dumbass, man.
You're a 50-year-old sad fuck.
Yeah. And Spence makes a good point. The DDT by Jake Roberts used to literally murder people. It almost killed Ricky Steamboat like twice.
And it still looks devastating. I don't get why it's not a thing, because it's literally, I'm going to plant your fucking head and hold you down. That makes sense.
That's why I liked when Dean was using what do they call it?
Dirty deeds.
The dirty deeds. Because it was double arm DDT, and those are fucking mean, man. You just knock a dude on his fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Well,
Randy should win with the elevated DDT once.
What's his name?
Okada?
Andrade does it.
Yeah, the spinning
The the
Judas effect.
no, I understand that, but what I'm saying, he does the
does
DDT
the
as his
elbow.
finisher.
Oh, the
Andrade
hammerlock
does the
DDT.
hammerlock. That's it.
And then he does the Judas effect as normal spot. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's just a fucking
Yeah.
elbow, dude. You're an idiot.
Well, and Cedric's been doing that, and
Yeah.
there's somebody else that did it.
Spence says Okada's the only person they can think of to kick out of the
Yeah.
one-winged angel ever, which is probably true, right?
Yeah, that's. I'm trying to think of anyone else. No, it's any other time he's gotten close to it, somebody rolls out of it, they slide out of it. It works. It's almost like there's other moves like that where nobody's kicked out of it, and they make it so powerful. You don't have to see it every match. You don't have to see it every year in some cases, but damn, it looks good when you see it. Like, whoa, blank did the burning hammer. You never see it because one is it's dangerous as shit, but when you see it, you know that motherfucker's not getting up, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, that's the end.
Yeah.
I am interested to see the Bludgeon Brothers back together again and see what they call them, because this is going to be their 3rd team, effectively. They've been a team 3 times now with different names each time. I really want to see what they get this time.
Where were they in NXT?
They were part of the Wyatt family.
Was it just Wyatt family?
Yeah, so they were the Wyatt family, and then they were
Bludgeon Brothers.
And then there was a short period of time where I thought they were Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. And I they just
Or they were
announced them that
Harper
way.
and Rowan.
Harper and Rowan.
Yeah.
The gear makes me think of the Briscoes from Ring of Honor.
Cool. I'm okay with that. Yeah. After that, we get a Kofi interview about his Brock Lesnar match coming up. It's fine. Cool. I'm interested in the match. I don't know if I'm excited for it, but I'm definitely interested. Maybe I'm just anxious about it because I don't want it to go a certain way, but hey, we're gonna get what we get.
You want them to look. You want both to look good, competitive.
Yeah. After that, we get Chad Gable cutting a promo, which I think he's better now than he was before on the mic, but I think that he's still fucking annoying when he talks. Just stop fucking talking. And then Canelo shit happens. Gable wins that match. That's all I had about that. Was there anything in there that you guys thought was worth talking about?
Nope.
Oh, the Canellis are still here.
Yep. And then we get Charlotte and Carmella in a backstage segment with R-Truth, where it's all like, with Carmella. And R-Truth's like, that's what it felt like a little bit.
You're the best, Truth.
So Phillips says, Tom Phillips of the announce team says Carmella's the new 24/7 champion.
Ugh.
And then said, did you have a good night, Graves? To which Graves says, yes, I did.
You broke him.
I don't know why that had to fucking happen, but it happened on my TV. Fucking garbage. Be okay with Bludgeon Brothers again if they can. Stupid outfits and fake hammers. I do think the big rubber hammers that bounced around a lot were kind of cool.
They were cool looking, and then you saw them bounce, and it was like...
Remember they first came out with them, and they were so heavy, obviously, that they would fall down.
Yeah.
And then they come out one time, and it's all like, boom, and it's all like, boop.
Yeah.
You're like, that's a different hammer! Let's see, Truth's National Treasure. Can't wait to see what he does as Mella's sidekick.
Interesting.
I'll be interested for a couple of weeks, but I don't see an end game on 24/7 title that has me that interested. Seeing so far that they've used it to push two people ever. Mm-hmm. It's been the Truth and Drake Maverick storyline where other people were minorly involved. If they do the same thing here and they make it a Carmella and one other person storyline, I don't know if I like it in that way, but I mean, maybe they'll do it enough to where it gets enough of the rounds where I start enjoying it, but I feel like it's lost a lot of its shine for me. We then get a Brock video package. Made me a little bit excited about Brock. Looks mean. Mm-hmm. Anything about those segments you feel like we're missing so far? No. We get Boss and Hug Connection versus Charlotte and Carmella. Tom asked Byron something about Carmella. Tom says something to Byron. What do you think about this Carmella thing? Where Graves interrupts and says, if only someone at the desk had intimate knowledge.
I remember, I think it was in this match too, there was a comment about something, and they tried to pull Byron in, and I was like, why? Where it was like kind of sexual. I was like, why do you have to do this?
It was upsetting.
Wow.
The match was otherwise fantastic, I thought all four people did good.
Yeah, really great.
Moving along. I like seeing Carmella in this storyline now. Even if just a little bit, especially with the Bayley Carmella background. I like that they utilize that a little bit.
The history.
Carmella ends up tapping out to Sasha, gets carried away, and chased by a bunch of women for 24/7 title. And then the Boss and Hug Connection beat off Charlotte, and Becky comes out to equalize.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought it was cool. It's good. We got all four people in the ring. It looked cool.
Keep it going. I was really happy to see Carmella involved in some match time.
Yeah, she's great. She's
so good.
Yeah.
And I thought it was moving everything else around just fine. And I guess we have the Raw is going to have, I think Raw and SmackDown both have the same match, right? Where it's the 2 versus 2. Becky Charlotte versus Sasha Bayley. Yeah, I don't know. Oh wait, no, the Raw is going to have Sasha versus Alexa. That's what it is.
Yeah, and then SmackDown's having the tag team.
Which there was some interesting business on there too. So Seth puts out a tweet saying that, it's crazy to go up against Rey Mysterio in 2019. It's a dream come true. And he said that he's going to even with his Hell in a Cell match with Bray coming up, that said something about he's gonna put all of his breath into it or something like that, or put it all out there, knock his breath out or some shit.
I mean, he does CrossFit, so he's got a lot of breath to use.
Yeah, he's got a lot of cardio. Yeah. And then so Sasha 2 hours later does a similar tweet about Alexa. It's crazy in 2019, even with my Becky and Hell in a Cell, like it's all be beating off the lights or whatever they keep saying about breath.
That's not what they say.
Well, look it up. I don't know. And then
You just get to see how many
Beaten
times
off.
you can say beat off
Yeah.
in a show.
and then and says to a true legend. And then when I first saw that tweet, it's when I saw it first. I sent it to my brother. And I was like, this seems really weird.
Yeah.
This feels weird. What is Sasha talking about? And then he goes, oh, look what Steph did 2 hours ago. And I was like, you think she's being a catty little bitch? And he's like, kinda. I think so.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Here it is. Seth has, this is a match I've been looking forward to my entire life. The fact that I'm defending the Universal title on Raw season premiere against Rey Mysterio in 2019 is mind-boggling. Even 6 days out from Hell in a Cell and Bray Wyatt, I'll empty the tank for one of the greatest ever.
He even tweets like a cunt.
He does. So which Sasha ends up tweeting with a picture of her and Alexa. This is a match I've been looking forward to my entire life. The fact I'm wrestling one half of the tag champs on Raw season premiere against Alexa Bliss in 2019 is mind-boggling. Even 6 days out from Hell in a Cell and Becky Lynch, I'll empty the tank for one of the greatest ever. And I was all like, she's being a bit catty, I think. And that's quite funny.
A little bit.
Yeah. Be like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the storyline. I really am. I think having these four in there doing what they do, their chemistry is unmatched, I think, and they're bringing other people into the storyline too to try and highlight other people along the way, and I like that. After that, we get Ali versus Shinsuke. Ali nearly suicides himself on a suicide dive. It's fucking terrifying. Yeah. It's like, suicide dive! Oh my god! Not really.
Yeah.
But it was a great match. Shinsuke got the win, and because Ali was chasing Sammy around.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I like all
good,
three people
straightforward.
involved, and I like the way Shinsuke and Sammy are working together. I think it's good. Then we get a Kevin Owens video package. We get New Day versus B Team, which I put no surprises here. It was exactly the match you expected it to be.
I mean, the surprise is that they put the B team on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Mandy backstage handing out signed Maxims, and Otis loses his shit and asks for a selfie, and that was a little weird.
Thanks, Corey. No.
We got Kabuki Warriors versus Fire and Desire, and what I thought was a really solid match, and Kairi Sane gets the win. I think it was over Mandy. I don't remember which. I think it was Mandy, maybe Sonya, but she gets the flying elbow.
Mandy.
Both with the worst fucking interest. Like, it's just like, oh, that's so bad. Oh, God, it's fucking worse.
Yeah, this isn't good. But the match was good. I thought they did a good job.
The only thing bad about the match was,
Corey on commentary? Yeah.
well, that's a given.
That was bad.
Is Kairi Sane trying to kick the magazine.
And missed it.
Yeah. And then it was like,
Yeah. So they were putting that stuff on auction. They even mentioned it down there. The Asuka mask that's signed is already almost $2,000. It's the most bid on thing in the entire, the whole thing. Because I've been watching the auctions. I always like the Conacure ones. I always watch them. And the one that's going for the least right now is the Street Profits glove is signed.
oh, really?
And it hasn't even broke 100. Everything else is like $500-$600. Even the Ember jacket she was auctioning off had the Connor logo on it, and that's like almost 1,000, like 800 I think last I checked. Roman stuff's about 500 right now. His best and such. So check it out, WWEauction.com. They're doing stuff for good reasons, and sometimes you can find some pretty cheap, cool shit.
Yeah.
Can't afford any of that stuff? Go to ProWrestlingTees.com.
ProWrestlingTees.com/wrestling on the rocks.
We'll sign and raw bar balls on things.
No.
They don't come here first, man. They ship directly to their house.
Oh, fuck.
You're just gonna be rubbing balls on your own stuff.
What'd you do? Don't drive my car.
After that, we get Kevin Owens and Shane in a... I did not
write?
spell check this one. It says, make your fried ladder match.
Were you drinking
How many
during
drinks
or
in?
SmackDown?
Yeah. But I wonder
It
who
sounds
goes
like
to
it's be
NXT.
sponsored by
after.
Canes.
Yeah. Make your fried ladder match. You bitch. Shane. Yeah.
Yes.
I'd love if like KO came out like he was drinking in the stands and walks in the ring all
That'd
fucked
be really
up.
good.
What's going
Yeah,
on?
he's got
bitch?
like one almost empty one that he finishes and throws down. He's got like another one. He's like, what? Like shows like a complete empty one. One he's finishing and it has a third. Yeah.
Speaks French, doesn't speak English.
Hey, dans la beaucoup.
Falls,
Just we Kevin Owens.
falls over the ring barrier and is jumping in from the crowd. Just,
I gotta piss. Just doesn't leave there.
I
Oh
gotta-
no!
yeah, I gotta pee right now.
So they are making a ladder match that is a loser leave town match ultimately, where the loser's fired.
Outside of Shane being in another match, I'm kind of interested in it just because it's a ladder
I'm interested
hanging. Yeah,
because I can see it going either way. But that's what I was saying in my note. I wonder who goes to NXT after this. Do you send KO down to NXT and make NXT something with KO? But KO already established NXT. That's why NXT is what it is, because of title reigns like Kevin Owens. So is going back helping him at all? Whereas putting Shane in NXT could be pretty fucking interesting.
but they weren't saying SmackDown. They were saying WWE.
Yeah, but NXT doesn't say they're WWE ever. They say we are NXT.
But I don't know. I was just wondering if this is Shane's. Hey, I'm taking another 8 years off.
I've said before that I think that KO should retire Shane and Triple H. Those are the two retirement matches I want him to be a part of. I don't want him to end because I think that his career with them has been big. I don't know where they go with it. I think the obvious thing is that KO loses, but I think that KO winning could be really interesting. I don't know. I don't know that I want someone to lose and then disappear for a long time. I think if Shane loses, he needs to be doing something somewhere. Like he needs to be popping up on NXT or something, or AEW. The obvious.
That'd be cool.
Do you think Stephanie comes in and screws Shane?
No.
What is this, made by Brazzers?
No, Vince. Just Vince.
Actually, Vince did a lot of that. You're right.
Vince did have he wanted an incest angle. Very weird. Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Shane's the hotter one of the two.
Let's see, where do you go with it? They carry it on for another 2 years because the 2 years of this rivalry aren't nearly enough. I do think this is a payoff.
Culmination.
Yeah, I do think this is the end of their storyline for some time. I think we might see them again in a one-off here or there, but I do think this is the end of it. But I'm not sure where you go. Do you have KO lose and go to NXT and Shane start the next thing? Because the thing is, Shane is a great heel for the company. People absolutely hate him. He's easy to hate. You can definitely build other people up. They just haven't used it that way a lot. But if KO wins, then where does he go?
Do you bring the old man in at some point?
So I was wondering that.
Yeah.
Old man or stuff.
Or Triple H.
I think Triple H is actually a fucking...
Triple H helps Shane win so he can recruit KO.
Oh.
Triple H attacks Shane. Yeah. And then
And then brings his briefcase down and hands it to him.
well, he's you could go
James Ellsworth's inside of the briefcase. He just pops out like a jack in the box.
4 15-year-old girls fall out of it.
Let's see. Yeah. Spence says KO would not fit in NXT at all right now because Gargano and Cole are supernovas down there. I agree, and I also think KO is much better than both of them. So I do think that it would be a little weird because he would have to change the look of NXT for it to work. And like I said, I think he already put in his NXT work. He already, by taking the NXT title into a match with John Cena at a pay-per-view, I think he put NXT on the map then. I think that NXT was becoming a thing and people were definitely aware of it, but I think that was kind of map breaking right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know that he has anything to gain to go back and try it again. You know what I mean? Like NXT's here because of people like Kevin Owens and storylines like Kevin Owens as a champion, not because of Cole. So I am interested in this aspect of this storyline. I'm curious about it. I'm excited for that match to see what happens. And the ladder match at Hell in a Cell pay-per-view seems interesting.
Yeah.
Just does. After that, we get the last segment, which is Becky doing an interview backstage where she gets jumped by Sasha. And it was pretty good. Sasha does the old beatdown gimmick and makes herself look real strong. Becky's all beat down like, oh, maybe I'm in over my head. And okay, so maybe we got a fight going on. It was done very well, and I think they did a good job with it.
Yeah, decent.
Which show was better this week's? Raw or SmackDown? Head to head. I'm going SmackDown.
I'm going with Raw just because of the ending segment.
Because of Fiend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to say
Fiend.
Fiend is really hard to vote against.
But see, I think the Fiend and everything else. I think everything else.
Yeah, no, I
brought it
know.
down.
It's
But I think all the shit that Corey was saying and demeaning to Carmella was really... It was pulling away from what was otherwise a great match. I mean, like, you had this really cool stuff happening, and then Corey's all like, don't forget about my dick, guys.
And I couldn't give a fuck about this. Like, I like KO, but I couldn't give a fuck about the Shane thing right
About
now.
the segment.
It's gotta... because, well, one of it was like, you'll get fired, too. And I'm like, that's not how the legal system works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A wrongful termination suit doesn't mean also you get fired.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It just means
Yeah.
you give me money because you fucking fired me.
Yeah, ultimately, I mean, SmackDown had Rowan, Daniel Bryan, had Chad Gable and Kanellis, had
Oh yeah.
Boston Hug, Carmella, you had Ali Shinsuke, New Day B Team, Kabuki Warriors Fire and Desire. Like, this wasn't a stacked wrestling match card.
Raw was
And
better.
the storyline was like,
Yeah.
I agree
I
with
think
the idea
Smack-
of I'm more interested in the KO and Shane final match than I am about this lead up.
Yeah.
Whereas watching like the Bray segments and stuff and Viking Raiders and OC and you got Rusev EC3, which is like, am I supposed to care or not? Sasha Nikki, Lacey Ember was so good. You still had Corbin and Gable. Like, there was just matches on there. The 5-way. There were things you could watch isolated and go, that was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I retracted my statement.
Yeah, I do think Raw was better this week. I do think with the announcers being announced, as announced teams announcing, that it's interesting to see that they're moving the Raw announcers to SmackDown specifically with the whole Fox move. People saying, "Oh, is Raw going to become second tier or whatnot?" Well, it certainly looks that way with three people who haven't done it in quite a long time. You got Vic Joseph. I forget the name of the second guy, but I'd never heard of him. And then Jerry Lawler. They're just all like, okay, that sounds like a trial and error team, and that's Raw. That's your flagship, I thought. So it's hard to say. Anything we didn't cover on Raw or SmackDown you wanted to?
No, I think we're good.
Did you get to see much of NXT?
Not too much.
You saw pretty much none of it?
Yep.
So the two of them watched all of it minus a match. I saw very little of it. I saw some highlights here and there. I started to watch the USA, where it recapped what had happened with Matt Riddle and Killian Dane. Adam Cole tapping out to Matt Riddle in the ring without a ref or a match happening. I was like, okay, so maybe they're building up Matt Riddle to do a big thing, but
He's got a title shot now.
he's got a title shot.
So
But
the first match was
Keith Lee versus Dominic Dijakovic. And Keith Lee won by pinfall.
yeah, but Keith Lee was. This is I think the first time I've actually seen him, and he did some amazing stuff.
He's a awesome big
Yeah,
fucker.
Yeah.
Yep.
He did great. There's that one spot where you know how Ray does that thing.
I think it was the Canadian Destroyer he did, because it was like off the top. The kind of Code Red
Flip,
style.
yeah. But he did it off the top and looked like he landed like on his head and bounced out. I'm like, all right, he's dead. You know, like
Ah, fuck.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was
That
cool.
was fun.
340 pounds. There's
Yeah.
no...
Yeah.
But I'm just surprised that spot was even off the top. Like it was kind of crazy. It was great, but yeah, it was a great match.
Yeah.
I think yeah.
He was doing flips from the second rope, and I was just like,
Yeah,
damn.
he did a move
How?
off the second.
He did moonsault off the second? That's
Yeah.
Stackhouse's move.
I know.
Stackhouse! Woo woo! Stackhouse! Woo woo!
Yeah, I agree with that with Spence. I don't think a
Yeah.
Canadian Destroyer off the top rope should be something anyone
Yeah.
should kick out of.
Yeah.
That should be like an
Oh,
shit.
yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah. That should be, if anything, like an oh shit, they stop the match. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the ref pulls everyone aside and says,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
hold
yeah,
on,
yeah.
whoa, and does the whole
Yeah.
eye thing, licks his finger, puts it in their ear, does the whole thing.
Make sure he's got a heartbeat.
Yeah, that'd be a cool way to end like cool
Yeah.
we're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, great match. You guys should check it out.
Especially with two massive dudes doing that move. Yeah, they shouldn't be all like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm fine. It was only fucking 80 miles an hour with 400 pounds behind me.
Well, Stackhouse does that too, where he's like, I'm
Yeah,
good.
goddamn it, Stackhouse. You sell too goddamn much.
The best script. Next shirt, goddamn it, Stackhouse, you sell too much.
Just him laid out in the fucking ring. Yeah. Then we got Dakota Kai versus Tainara Conti. Dakota Kai won. It was nice to see her back. She'd been out for a long time with injury, almost a year, I think. Really close to a year, if not more than.
Yeah, I think the other one, the other girl.
Dakota Kai and Ruby Riott used to be a team in the Indies.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I preferred the one who lost.
It's only you're about to say cunt.
No,
Tainara
Conti.
Conti. Is
Conti.
she the
Conti.
Brazilian?
Brazilian.
Brazilian, yes.
Yeah, she's good.
And she was
Yeah,
a black.
she's
She's a
really
black belt too.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
legit. I've seen her a few times. I have not seen Dakota Kai. Well, I guess only a couple times, like
Yeah.
twice.
I was not as impressed as I thought I would be from all the hype because I was like, oh, she came back. She must be amazing.
Well, people really like her, so they were
And
excited.
that's fine, but I kind of was more interested in
Dakota Kai is very much a product of the current indie scene with very indie now wrestling with all the super kicks and stuff like that. The group that her and Ruby were in was, I think, Kick Squad. And they did a bunch of super kicks and stuff like that.
We're gonna make the Young Bucks look talented. We're gonna do. Keep going. Just yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Young Bucks. I'd be fine if I never saw a Young Buck match again.
Yeah, I mean they've not done well. I'm yeah.
There's other. I'm not saying I wouldn't watch AEW again, but if I
No,
saw
no,
another Young
I-
Buck match on the card, I'm not going to be like.
If they
"I'm gonna
keep
watch
doing
it."
what they're doing, where it's just synchronized bullshit that makes no sense, I get you. Yeah.
It's fucking
It's not even
funny.
spots anymore. It's like we're gonna do this together. We're buddy.
Yeah.
It's a choreographed dance.
Just fuck.
It's like
Yeah.
when synchronized swimming comes on the Olympics. You're like,
Just fuck. Just fuck in the center of the ring. We get it. You guys like doing stuff together. Just
Yeah, how
fuck.
hard are you for when you get back there?
Yeah.
By the end of it.
And all slick and ready to go. Just fuck.
Yeah. Matt Jackson's all like, I'm moist.
Oh.
Firm.
yeah.
Get it? Cero, mero. Little thumb.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm sure we've
What'd I
lost
say?
people.
What'd I say? After that, we got Matt Riddle against Killian Dane in a street fight where Matt Riddle wins with a submission on Killian Dane. And then Adam Cole comes out. I don't know why Adam Cole comes out. Maybe you guys can talk about that.
It was because it's for the title.
No.
It was a number one contender match.
So
Comes
he
out
just
like a
goes out
badass.
into his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my property, I think is what he said.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of stupid.
Okay.
But he was like, yeah, this is my property. You're never going to get it. Then Riddle, kind of attacks him, gets him in that arm
got like an
bar
arm bar
yeah.
thing.
And, yeah. And then the rest of Undisputed Era comes out and Riddle takes off.
Yeah. Spence
Yeah.
says, bro.
It was kind of hard for me to believe that Matt Riddle was like doing as much as he was to Dane because Dane's just so much bigger. To me.
Yes. Matt Riddle was in UFC for a
I
period
know.
of time.
I know.
So there's definitely legitimacy to him.
But the no
But I didn't
shit.
see the match, so it depends on how you
Yeah.
play it out. If you
Okay.
play it out right, yeah, a little dude can take down a big dude and
What was
believe
it? What was the street fight?
I think
So there
So
were
they were
weapons
using other
used and
stuff,
like
yeah.
that. And
So then that's a
There
little
were
harder to
props.
pull off from a smaller guy. The smaller guy needs the wrestling rules to win. Where the big dude, if a big dude's hitting you with a fucking garbage can in the face,
Yeah, there wasn't.
you don't have to do that. Just put fire. Just
set
Put-
him on fire.
no tax
What?
and shit.
Throw
Come at
fire
me,
on him?
bitch.
Come on me.
No, no.
Come on, me bitch.
Like name your stipulation, bro. Fine, light tube
Bruh.
death match.
Bruh.
You
Murder
barefoot
match.
fuck.
You mean a death match? No.
You barefoot fuck. Let's see how this
Yeah.
goes. You know the reason Rusev doesn't do the barefoot anymore? He fucked his foot up. A lot of people who go barefoot performing, they fuck up their feet. It's really hard to do because you can get really hurt. I fucking always
What
hate
does
that.
that mean? You fucked your feet up.
Like you can fuck up so you could fuck up the bottom of your foot. You can fuck up your metatarsals. You can
Okay,
get stomped
fuck
on.
up means what?
Like break shit, or take yourself out by really severely bruising your heel.
I
Heel
was
Samoa Joe.
I was wondering if he was going to sprain his ankle every time he was thrown out of the ring. I was like, oh, no shoes.
Yeah,
He
that's
almost
what I
landed
was
And
on
just
for.
look like a dumbass when it happens. Like, you don't look cool. You look, oh, that's why we wear boots, dipshit.
Yeah, fucking hurting yourself.
Wear Vans. You're a bro. Wear something else. Just
Yeah, the sandals gimmick's gotta go.
wear Toms.
Shit. Wear reinforced socks,
Yeah, I mean,
like diabetic socks.
Brock Lesnar never came out barefoot, right? Did he? In WWE?
In UFC, maybe.
No, but in
Yeah.
WWE.
Oh.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, if I know where you're going with it, though.
Oh, he just doesn't have to be barefoot.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, a ton of people were not barefoot. There's a lot of wrestlers who've never
No, but
wrestled barefoot.
if you're saying, oh, well, he's got the UFC background, like, I wouldn't really see the argument.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing, too, where he comes out in just the fucking chones. And
Slides.
because he's all like, oh, I'm in my fucking underwears because I'm a fighter. And you're like, all right, you
Yeah,
idiot.
he does remind me. Every time he comes out, I'm like, oh, why can't he put some clothes on?
Stackhouse says he broke his ankle. Wait,
Oh.
who's he? Who broke his ankle? Are you talking about Rusev? Are you talking about Rusev broke his ankle? Because that wouldn't surprise me. And plantar fasciitis.
That, yeah.
What does that do?
I think it's your instep.
Yeah. Just
Very
one bucked.
painful. Yeah.
All right. I know Taz only wrestled barefoot for a period of time before he started going boots.
But then you look at like Snuka. His entire career was barefoot.
Yeah, but that dude was fucking insane.
He's a wild man.
Yeah, that was fucking wild. Man.
Well, so it's probably a time if you fuck something up, you can just take you take painkillers and whatever the fuck else they give you, and you're fine.
And you just
Drugs.
That's
all
true.
the drugs.
Then you just kill somebody. And...
Sweet, more drugs and murder.
Allegedly.
Just pills.
No, they found him guilty of that.
No, they didn't.
I think
They
was
acquitted
like,
him by reason of they acquitted him because of like mental incompetence because of his dementia.
he might not know he murdered.
Yeah. He did know. He doesn't anymore.
Blood don't fit.
Rhea Ripley defeated Kaden Carter by pinfall. Did you watch that match?
Yeah.
That's a generic white person name. Caden Carter.
She's-
That's a college student name. My name's Caden Carter. I'm from Irvine and I transferred to the U of A. Yeah, I'm just keep
I
going.
can't remember her. Rhea Ripley, you know.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, she's really
Fantastic.
I forgot she was the first NXT UK champion.
Mm-hmm.
When Toni Storm lost it, and I was like, oh shit, Toni Storm lost the Toni Storm title. Because when I remember when they made it, I said, oh, this is faux Toni Storm. She's going to be coming over to NXT UK, or coming over, like, I thought that's what was happening, because I knew she was so big on the indies in UK. I was like, oh, they made a title for Toni Storm to come through the May Classic and win and take that title. It's the Toni Storm belt. And then I remember Toni Storm didn't win it, and I went, this is weird. But I forgot who had it before her. So then when she lost it recently to Kay Lee Ray, different. And she lost it to her, and I remember thinking, who the fuck had the title before Toni? Looked it up, it was Rhea Ripley, and I was like, ooh, that'd be good.
Oh, that makes sense. Good.
Yeah. So was the match overall good? Was Kaden good?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember her.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. That's a great sign.
Great
But I
match.
remember
Don't
thinking
worry.
the
Fuck
match
all
was
about
good.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I literally finished NXT like right before I drove over here.
Oh, nice.
So it's
Ripley's
fresh and
more
we're
Stone
still
Cold
not.
than Becky. I don't know.
What's that?
Spence says Rhea Ripley's more Stone Cold than Becky. I
can see it.
Rhea's definitely a presence, and I'm trying to think of what she reminds me of, because it's definitely not Stone Cold.
She kind of reminds me a little more of like Sid
Something like that.
back in the day.
Just a big, crazy, mean motherfucker. Where Stone Cold was a little more unhinged, a little more like playing the game, a little more...
But see, Becky just, I don't know. I was gonna say involves too many emotions in it.
Just keep thinking that Sid promo where he's like going out to Cat Nash. He's like, I got half the mind that you do.
Oh, yeah. I got half a mind than you.
Yeah.
What?
Just Nash laughing ass off. Fuck.
But I guess at the same time, I haven't seen enough Ripley to be like, there's no fucking way. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Rhea Ripley is more Stone Cold than Becky. And I will say that Becky's cooled off a lot. And she was
And I
definitely
think that's the big thing of it.
she was way Stone Cold there for a minute going into WrestleMania. And then now at this point, I mean, maybe she's like a face Stone Cold going into the WCW Alliance and being head of WCW for no fucking reason. Maybe that's where she's at right now.
I'm gonna be the head of this thing that fired me by mail.
They fired everyone by mail, you fuck.
Yeah, but still,
That's true.
I'm gonna be head of this thing that
And then I think it's Stone Cold's letter. I think it like ended up on eBay.
No. Someone
like
had Stone Cold and Eric Bischoff sign a FedEx envelope.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
And
yeah.
it was fucking great.
Yeah.
Because Stone Cold signs it and he goes, I got fired by fucking FedEx or whatever. And then Eric Bischoff signed it and said, you're welcome. It's the greatest thing that ever happened in your career or something like that. And it was like a back and forth on it. And I was like, fuck, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
You can still find it. It's online. You can see it.
there.
I don't know if it's still for sale, but people still post pictures of it
Yeah.
because it's pretty fucking great. Really nice piece. After that, we had Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch against Everrise. Do you remember who Everrise is? I've never heard of them. Sounds like more Brazzers. But
Yeah.
Oni and Danny Burch
it's like a
won.
Blue Chew knockoff.
It is like Blue Chew. We'll take a Blue Chew sponsorship.
Yeah,
Yeah. They got wieners.
and don't know how to use. I don't know. Whenever I see like this,
In one of the Tony Schiavone episodes I listened to, which it's so hard to listen to them because he talks so much about wieners. He was doing a sponsorship thing about Blue Chew, and he goes, "If you have a penis, then you qualify." Or they said that like you talk to a doctor to see if you qualify, and he goes, "And to be honest, as long as you have a penis, I don't see what else you need to qualify." And Conrad started dying laughing. He goes, I've done so many shows with so many people who've been sponsored by Blue Chew, and no one's brought up that you have to qualify, and really there's nothing but a wiener that you need. And he goes, but I guess it doesn't work if you don't have one. And it was a pretty good moment.
we could give it to someone, find out, and see how horrible it goes.
Yeah, just give drugs to people, Clump.
That's how you do that.
Spence says that Oni and Twoney is good.
Only in 20.
What's Twoney? I don't know. After that, we got Cameron Grimes defeating Ruel Mendoza by pinfall. He was the cowboy dude, right?
Yeah.
Was it another squash match?
No, they went back and forth, but I didn't. I
That's
fast
what,
forwarded
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I don't think
was
I'd be
like-
interested in either of that.
I look at that dude and I'm just like,
I'm not into it.
Tony and Burke.
Yeah, Tooney.
yeah.
Tooney, Danny.
Tooney.
All right, man. After that, we got Kushida, Tyler Breeze, and Fandango against the Imperium.
Why? I like Kushida, but I don't think they should have beaten Imperium here.
I think it's really weird. I read that coming into this because I didn't see much of the show, and I was like, let me look at the results. I'm confused.
But Walter wasn't there.
I don't think that matters. You had
I
Alexander
think
Wolf.
so.
The other two?
Yeah, the other two.
Imperium's like an imposing force right now,
Yeah.
and to have them beaten by Breezango and Kushida,
But
realistically,
you know, they're back and stuff like that. I think they.
They're
Yeah,
still
but they
a
weren't
comedy
fucking
show.
great anywhere else.
Yeah.
yeah, and they're still a comedy show.
Also,
And Imperium's
But not when Breeze is in NXT. It's old Breeze.
he's
where
still the
he's showing-
selfie queen.
Old Breeze just makes me
Remember
think
that
of
guy at Illinois Shimmer?
Yeah.
Old Breeze just makes me think of like a bad Old Spice smell. Old Breeze.
Breeze.
New
You're
Breeze.
thinking of. Yep. Go. Get it back up. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Back up. We're up. All right,
Sorry about
Spence.
that.
Sounds like you got to go. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for chatting.
Thanks
We
for subscribing.
appreciate it. Thanks for subbing. You are now it's 5 o'clock somewhere champion, and we appreciate that. We appreciate you. We're definitely going to be back on Tuesday, so if you're back for that, we're going to be back on Thursday as well next week.
Next week, Thursday, following.
And then following Tuesday, and then all Tuesdays after that. If you're already gone, we'll see you next week. Otherwise, dude, we really appreciate you coming through and talking it up, chatting us up, and having a drink with us, man. We're your drinking buddies. So that last match, Kushida, Breezango defeating Imperium. I think the reason that for me it feels weird is because Imperium is supposed to be this dominant force, this crazy faction, and here they are being beaten by a comedy team, legit.
Yeah.
How did it end?
Trying to think.
Is it because
It was.
Kushida and Breezango are more name notoriety than Imperium?
I think so. And because
But I think that's how you make a team,
yeah.
right? That's how you
But
say-
then what's weird too is you would expect that if this was on USA, and this is on the network.
And this was my bad because I only watched the first half on USA.
Yeah,
And I was like, wow, it's so short. That's it?
yeah.
So I'm a dork. I
You
forgot.
have to go to the network for the second half.
I feel like they should remind us somehow because I'm sorry if I was tuning in for the first time, I would have no idea. Like,
Yeah, I thought they. I didn't watch it. I thought they would have said
Yeah.
something.
like promote the network,
I think-
for people
yeah.
that don't know.
I think they did, but I'm not sure
Really?
because I was expecting to go to the network.
I'm sure at the end, Morrow was probably going to the fucking USA right now.
I don't remember, but
Yeah, we're on, man. We're live. Sit down, man. Put the table back. How was your clump? Ugh.
Pinch it off too soon.
Spence had to jet, but Spence wants to watch next week and
Hell yeah.
subbed. So yeah, it's all good. It's still September. What? They won clean though.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
There's-
Verdingo and Kushida went over because of name notoriety, nothing else.
God damn it.
Because there's a dive on the outside, and then whoever was the legal man, they threw him in, and Kushida got the pin. But it was mainly Breeze and
Dango.
Dongo.
I wonder if
Well, Kushida was in at the beginning, but it seemed like you saw more of Breezango.
Yeah, that's weird, man. I don't know. I don't think I like it because I think right now you can assert Imperium as dominant, and who the fuck is going to take down Imperium? But now it's all like, oh, Imperium's nothing without Walter. Is
in
what
which
they're
case, why is
Well, then
Walter part of it?
and then at the end,
Exactly. Why is Walter surrounding himself by weaklings?
yeah. But
As
then
the
at
king
the
at
end, Kushida's walking back, and Walter just took him out.
You mean you could have come out earlier in the fucking game, champ?
You've been here the whole time.
Ah, scheisse!
Yeah. But that brings us to the end of NXT. What do you think of NXT this week?
It was good.
Solid.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference between what was on USA and what was on the network.
you really
They do look
Yeah.
different. I felt
Yeah.
like.
in a good or bad way because I haven't seen the
USA is definitely
part.
higher up.
really
Higher
Matches
pace,
are
right?
yeah, matches are better.
just moves better.
Yeah,
And the pacing, I think, is super fast paced for that. Because I think they're trying to cram a bunch into USA, and then they go,
But this
okay,
is-
now we can breathe and do the
yeah.
network.
But this is the last week.
that they're doing it that way?
Yeah, 2 week or 2 hours next
So they
week.
gotta fucking step it up. Step it up or step it out. And then next week they're gonna go live with head to head with AEW. And they've announced several title shots happening on NXT, including Shayna Baszler versus Candice LeRae, Matt Riddle versus Adam Cole, and I believe Street Profits versus
Undisputed.
Undisputed Era?
Yeah.
Nice, I hope they take him.
Really?
Wait, no, I hope they keep him. Who's got the fucking title?
Undisputed.
Yes, I want them to keep him.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, just...
Get it, man.
They have all of the belts.
Remember they have all the gold.
Out of gold, baby! Which brings us to AEW in whole. So now we are coming up to...
We've said beaten off and then in whole. This is an interesting show. Keep going. Just saying.
Do you want my thumb? Do you want to learn a lesson from my thumb right now?
Oh shit, they're gonna shit at each other.
I was gonna say, bring the whole fist, champ. Come on. I'm fitting a Coke can up there.
I do have small hands.
Easy.
Small hands
You ain't
with
shit.
small feet.
So AEW announced another couple of matches that I thought were already announced. Every time they announce a new match, I go, yeah, I thought that's what we were doing. Like they just announced Adam Page versus Pac. I could have sworn we knew that immediately.
It sounds familiar.
Right?
Yeah.
That was announced for so when they first announced we're gonna have this thing, that was we're gonna fight, and then Pac pulled out a bunch of shit, and then they had Pac and him in England. So,
but then at the end of that last pay-per-view, Pac runs over to Adam Page and he's all like, "Becky, I'm not done with you. We're gonna have a fight. We're gonna have a match. Let's have a match straight away." And my Page is like, "Yeah, sure, whatever.
All right, bro.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that." And I thought that right after that they said, "On TNT, whatever."
What's it called again?
Dynamite.
Dynamite. We want to say Nitro every single time.
You might as well.
Yeah.
But it was just another match where I thought that's what we had agreed upon. I feel like every match they've announced so far, I've been like, wait, yeah, I thought that was... None of them made me go, oh, shit. All of them made me go, yeah, I thought we said that.
I think it'd be way cooler if it was Adam Page versus Jericho's a rematch and he won the title.
Yeah.
Because...
Not even for a title, but...
No.
Extend the...
Even at all,
Yeah.
Make it a title shot, make it not, make it some sort of stipulation match, yeah. I think you could do a bunch of cool stuff with it, but it just feels like they're starting off fresh and forgetting all the pay-per-view stuff they did. It feels a little weird, the way the card looks built right now, but I'm hoping that as they develop their story over time on the TV show that they're able to at least engage me enough to keep watching. But right now, looking at their card even, there's nothing I'm excited about on the card.
Well, and they also did the tag team brackets for the title.
Yeah.
And fucking the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers are in it, and I'm like, oh, dude.
Why?
Well, I feel like what's gonna happen. I swear to God, if either one of if it turns into a match where it's Young Bucks and Lucha Brothers again, I'm like, fuck it. At the very least, they're on the same side of the bracket, so it's not gonna be them against each other again, for the title. Because that's just cool. You're booking yourselves. I get this. I see how this is now.
It's weird, right? And it's also kind of like the Lucha Brothers have beat you 2 out of 3 now, and they're the title holders for AAA. And now you want them in this tournament to prove what? They have nothing to prove. They beat their number one team 2 out of 3 times. It seems kind of lose-lose on this one. I'd almost think, hey, leave them out of it.
Yeah.
And then have them come back after it's over and be like, hey, our titles versus your titles or some shit. Putting them in it just felt to muddy it to me.
Well, and I feel like it really fucking hurts other teams. My hope for this would have been Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus getting to the end. I think they could hold the title. I think it'd be awesome. I don't want Marco Stunt near it, but I think he could be a manager. I think that's really Marco Stunt's role as a manager.
What if they do Freebird rule?
I'm not a fan of him.
So what if they do Freebird rule?
Oh, that'll be good. And then you end up with Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt and their Luchasaurus on the outside guys, I can't do a lot.
Not this time.
I'm a little coming on this one, guys. I don't know.
Coming in at a combined 205 pounds.
That much?
Yeah, a combined 175 pounds.
Coming in combined at half the weight of Eric.
Yeah.
No way to make fun.
I'll run through the card real quick, but we do have so far announced is Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara. Sort of interested in this one. I've been pretty pleased with most Cody Rhodes stuff so far, and Sammy Guevara, I don't have a problem with. I haven't seen him in a match that made me drawn by him yet, and so this could be it.
The few I've seen him in, I'm like, all right, he's got talent.
He seems alright, yeah.
Yeah, he can. Let's see if he goes with
this.
it.
This could be the match that makes me a fan.
Yeah,
this could do it.
Well, that's the thing with Cody. He's made you a fan of Darby Allin. You could do this in
exactly.
Yeah, it could be.
Cody's the guy to bring out the best in you.
Cody's Triple H.
Sure.
Wow.
Throne breaker, pal. Take it easy. Then we have an AEW Women's Championship match: Nyla Rose versus Riho. Sorry. I couldn't be less interested in this match. I honestly couldn't.
I was almost excited for a second, then you said the last one, and I was like, nope.
Well, Nyla Rose, I mean, you saw the stuff Nyla Rose did this week, right?
Oh, I did not. What did she?
So Nyla Rose was trying to attack an internet troll because someone said something about Nyla Rose being in the AEW Women's Championship, and they made some sort of jib. Just said, "Well, you're a man, so we." It was a thing, and you're like, "Okay, dude, fucking relax. You're being shitty." Then Nyla goes, "Oh, what? Your feelings hurt? Your daddy put his mouth on your no-no place?"
What?
And you're like,
Oh.
"What?" And kind of minimalizes that whole thing. And so a lot of people are kind of like, "Yo, it's one thing to tell someone to shut the fuck up. It's another thing to say like, hey,
You were molested by your dad.
yeah, being molested by your father is kind of a thing."
It's not.
So then Nyla Rose goes, "I got out of hand. I apologize." And you're kind of like, I don't know. If that's your go-to, now I get it too. You might be sensitive about the thing, and you have every right to be so. Fuck, there's shit I don't even respond to because I don't want negative stuff on this show.
Yeah, there's stuff like get rid of
We
that.
are a viewership of us +2. We don't even get +1s each of us. You know what I mean? Like, we are a very small level show, and for me to say we need to reserve some of the things we say and think and do online, for someone of this notoriety to just go like, "Oh, I just talked about this now." Kind of like, fucking pull it back. So it makes me, for one, a little less interested in what you're up to. Just because in general, it's like, okay, you're a little doing whatever you're doing to do. I'm a little less interested. It doesn't mean that it's impossible for me to watch a match. But I'm also not interested in Nyla Rose versus Riho. That's an unbelievable matchup.
But do you think AEW would have like the balls to pull her?
I think that we should
Why did I not mention
readjust the... I think the balls have definitely been removed by now.
Oh God.
I think they're
I'm
no balls
just
now.
shutting the fuck up because this is a clump-like statement.
No, you know.
To pull her out of it?
Yeah.
No, I think you leave her all the way in it.
Yeah.
Now, I do think...
You gotta give him a minute.
I do think that...
Keep going, fucker.
I don't know. I think that they have to kind of ignore it. I think AEW can't approach it. Unless Nyla never said anything and made it worse. I mean, the fact that Nyla said the tweet, it got bad shit, and I was like, I better pull this back. And the next day said, let me put out a thing. I have a feeling between those two tweets, she was on the phone with AEW. How do I handle this shit? I fucked up. And that is enough to say maybe that's a good place to start. I would wish it wouldn't take that for you to say you fucked up. I wish you would have tweeted it, immediately put it down and said, why would I say that shit? Why would I say that shit? But for you to go like, oh, people aren't happy about this. That may have been wrong. Okay. It makes me a little less excited about this kind of type match. You want me to watch a women's championship match where one woman is out there going through all the battles they're going through and saying pretty horrendous shit to people who say dumb shit on the internet. Which at this point, are we surprised? Are we shocked?
Well,
are we sensitive?
I'm
to
always surprised on how these celebrities and stuff like that
fall into it.
Yeah, they jump into the trap like nothing, and it's like
How are you?
fucking ignore it.
How are you worse at this than me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How is it that you don't have any fucking... I mean, is it a lack of sense of reality?
It reminds me of Jay and Silent Bob, where everyone that says bad things about them on the internet, they're gonna go and kick their ass.
Yeah.
So they print out everything. Like,
Are you?
That makes
Oh, that's
lamb pie hole,
the
whatever.
best end of a movie ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just feels
They
like...
make you eat our shit and then shit out our shit, and we're.
I need some cubes.
I got you, Cam.
So yeah, I'm not as interested in the match. Now, if none of that happened, let's put all that aside. I'm having a hard time buying Nyla Rose versus Rio in a match that's believable in anything outside of a squash.
Can I have a cup? Please, sir.
And that's not to say that a little person can't overcome, because that happens all the time.
Chad Gable.
Yeah, you can Chad Gable that shit. But the thing is Chad Gable looks like a fucking athlete, and he's got Olympic.
Yeah. Wait, what's happening?
Nothing's happening.
Iceberg over here.
Did you need more of anything to melt that?
No, there's no room for anything else.
Hydration.
Did you want a little splash?
Yeah.
Do you want the cinnamon?
On the rocks.
Slash me.
I was trying to get a big one like that for you.
So Chad Gable is an Olympic athlete and looks like such and can do pretty incredible things. Rio looks like a child and moves like a child.
She really
And she doesn't look like... Chad Gable looks like he fucking
Thank you.
almost is gonna pull his back out, lifting you into a fucking deadlift and German suplexing you. Rio looks like a child asking you to jump along. Play with me, daddy. Well,
God.
let's
We might need to talk about a content policy for you, Mr. Marsh.
hold
How
on.
is this getting
Wait,
worse?
wait.
Oh man, if I get fired for this bullshit.
Here's the thing.
Well, not getting followers.
I'm sorry for my previous statement. Sometimes I get a little worked up.
Sensitive about certain things.
Jeez.
My name is Rusty Shackelford.
I just love it because it came out. And you're just like,
It just, you know, like when you got a
You
trampoline
get
in the
called-
backyard and you're like fucking around. You know what I mean? It's like let's help the kid make it look like he puts me in a DDT.
Oh, that's what you meant?
That's what it looks like with Rio.
Oh.
I thought this was about how you that you use daddy. Do you like being called daddy a lot? Is this like a thing?
I would say no.
Don't get me wrong. I mean,
all right, so
you're
next
not right
time.
on the. I ride on the wild side of town, but I mean, come on, man.
So the match in and of itself, just from watching them both, it's going to be hard to get into, hard to believe, and hard to feel like a true AEW Women's Championship has been crowned. I don't know that anyone wins that match, and I feel like this is the best the women's division has right now, and this is who's going to elevate the women's division.
But it isn't. They have other people in the division who are fucking better.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't see an out of this that makes me proud of that championship. Where like right now, I'm proud of a lot of the WWE champions. Alexa and Nikki are elevating that championship. Bayley's re-elevating the SmackDown championship, which was largely forgotten to the point where it was thrown in another match because they didn't know who the fuck to put someone on it. Yeah. Becky's creating a relevancy to the Raw.
Roderick Strong took the North American title away from Velveteen.
Yeah, bringing it into legitimate. Yeah. Where this feels like whoever you put it on is going to be like, okay, well, who's going to actually make this title mean something? Yeah. Like, I don't feel like someone's walking out of this and out of it. If Nyla Rose goes in there and fucking steamrolls Rio like a fucking bad piece of shit and fucking crushes her, then I'll be like, okay, maybe they're making a statement and this is the women's division. Mm-hmm. You have no business here if you're not here to fuck shit up. And I'm all out of bubble gum. You know what I mean?
I hear you knocking.
There's an internet thing I just remembered of, like, it's I'm here to kick gum and chew ass and I'm all out. It's just all fucked up. It's like, god damn it. That's awesome. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum and I'm all out of that. I'm all out of gum.
Yeah. So that match, I don't see myself even watching that match. Yeah. I just don't. I feel like, okay, well, let's put it on in the background while I go do something. Outside of that, then we get. I mean, do you guys feel like super excited about it? And I'm way the fuck off.
Not particularly. Like I really like Nyla Rose. I think it's
because I agree with you about the rest of the women's division. I'd rather see.
Yeah, I really like Nyla Rose. I think Nyla Rose is fucking badass. I think the work that she's done has been awesome. I don't like Riho.
And I think that this position for Nyla is not great. Nyla should be coming from the bottom. Mm-hmm. Nyla should be getting forgotten, pushed aside. You're not part of the division. They should be muddying up that controversy a little bit. I know that you don't want them to kind of play too much into the first dubs and stuff.
I think they're doing that already. I think by putting her to the forefront as they've done, and she has looked competitive. But I worry is it. My thing has always been when it comes, whenever you have people that are. The risk of this is you're assuming a lot of someone, and when you're highlighting someone, it's kind of like what I've criticized WWE for at times has been like, I don't know where the person comes out of. I don't know what their view is of this. I don't know how they feel about being portrayed in this way, but I feel myself that this is tokenizing a person.
Yeah, at times it can be.
Gender with the India tour.
That was
big.
We've had conversations about the Mandy and Sonya, where it's like, okay, that's fucking weird, or Roman at times with cancer. Not a lot, but there's times there's
definitely times where you're kind of like, okay.
Becky and Seth, just This is a trope that doesn't need to occur. And at times within, I'm going to say this industry because I worry this is a thing of both companies. Like, I get the idea of it, but I don't like backclapping. I don't like it's like, hey, we did that, bang bang. Look at us. Look at what we're doing. We have this person here. Look at they're our first champion. It's just shit.
You know what we haven't ever had? Let's see if we can do that. No one's got one of those. I could see that for sure. It reminds me of JR talked about Bill Watts when Junkyard Dog left his company. He gets into the
that line
creative
is
meeting.
so bad.
Yeah. He leaves the company, and Bill Watts says in a meeting, we need a new black face.
He actually says something much, much worse, but yes, to that effect is we need a new
baby face that's black. We need a new black champion. He said it worse, but that was the idea. Is now we're minus one. We need a new one. And JR's whole thing was all like, you just need a popular fucking champion.
Yeah.
What's the fucking... why are you confused about... Why are you getting even bound by that? Yeah. Like, would Junkyard Dog have happened if you thought, I need a new white champion when you lost the last one? You know? You just need a top face. Yeah. That's it.
The talent.
Yeah, you need top talent. It doesn't matter any of the other shit. So yeah, to say like, hey, we need one of those. They don't have one of those. I need another one of these. I lost one of them. It's tokenizing. It's belittling. I do also think that there's a way to go about it that can be celebratory. Like I think what they did with Kofi being the first African-born champion. I think they did a good job of ignoring it for 1 to 2 weeks, letting the world talk about it, and then sending him back to Ghana to parade a little bit and
but I think
see his family and stuff. Like I think that was done well, and for them to say he's the first African born, and also trying to minimize the idea of being the first black.
This is the reason why.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also recognizing that we have not had yet an African champion.
But see, I also think that it's a big part of it is when they
Ring
overcome.
Scopes guy, who's this?
Ring Scoops.
Ring Scoops guy, what's up, man? Did he send us 5 pyramids? I don't know what that means, dude, but I'm fucking into it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ring Scoops.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for tuning in and having a drink with us. Let us know what you're drinking. Let us know what you're watching. And let us know if we got our heads up our ass.
Yeah, we're a bit new to the whole
Ooh,
Twitch
he's
game.
top 3.
Nice. But
Damn.
Yeah,
Well, all kinds of.
Yeah, dude, he's got it all. Fuck. Yeah, we got a fiend emoji. I got a Bray lantern coming. I designed that. I got a new app. It makes it designing these emotes now easy. It's fucking.
Nice.
I'm learning it. So if you have any suggestions for an emote you'd like, I'm fucking on it. Tell me what you want.
But anyways, what I was saying is, I think a lot of times with like Kofi and stuff like that, it's them overcoming obstacles, just like they do in their personal life, that coincide, which makes it big.
Yes.
Where here, it's just she's going for it.
Well,
And like you said, by putting her immediately to the forefront is almost a little bit like, almost too assertive.
it's a balance of it. And the thing is, I get it. Like, you want this person to... How do you do it? That's the challenge.
It's
like
fucking tough. I think this is how you do it. Now, I'll tell you this. I disagree with how Cornette wants it done, but I understand how Cornette said he should be done. He wants people to lean into the reality of it and talk about the unfair advantage and talk about the controversy and have Nyla fight against that perception and have other people be mean motherfuckers back and let her be that ultimate heel.
Well, see, I see that 100% because there's
I get it.
athletes that are like that are, no, they have an unfair advantage. Fine. Cool. Yeah. Face reality.
And that's just it. In other sports, that is a topic of conversation.
the South African runner that they're forcing to, that she has to take testosterone suppressors.
Yeah, and there's times where you read that stuff and you go, that's kind of shitty. But you know what? That's the reality of it right now. And to try to ignore it and pretend it's not happening or not be a part of it can, like you say, almost tokenize it. Almost, in a sense, almost highlight it to a degree that's outside of the realm of believability. Now, I don't know that I would think that it should be done the way Cornette says, but I understand the way he says it. The way I think is I think you just don't throw Nyla on top of the thing. You have Nyla constantly overcoming obstacles. People constantly being like, you're not the face of our division. Constantly have Brandy putting herself in the way. Brandy should be constantly, I'm getting a spot here. I deserve this. And let Brandy become the evil witch the evil Stephanie, if that's what she's trying to be. Let her be that. Let her have Awesome Kong get in the way. Interfere. Awesome Kong comes out and knocks Nyla Rose out of a thing. What the fuck was that? She goes back. You see Brandy meets her at the ramp and they go back.
I was wondering about that with Awesome Kong because she's the one that's been feuding with her, right? Technically.
Well, Awesome Kong's been... Well, they hinted at it, but they didn't really go far with it. And Awesome Kong's been coming out with Brandy for stuff.
But see, I'm just wondering if somebody else gets involved with this.
Yeah.
I think it's possible. I think that Brandy
And then
should
even Brandy like gets involved, you know.
Well, I think the thing you can do to minimize tokenizing in general with this is, in a sense, it's leaning into it, or you can do it either way, leaning into it or pulling away from it, having someone do it, but you have to have the context around it matter, because usually when I struggle with it with WWE and when I'm like, that's tokenizing, it's more the context of how it's been done for so long. I'm thinking of like, you fucked up for a while and I don't like it, or having Corey on commentary thereafter, just like, I'm like, this is cool.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
But you have like parts like, oh, that's cool, and then you have something happen like, oh, motherfucker, like just either do all of it or some of it. Just it's gotta be you. Whatever you do, you gotta stick your ass into it the whole way. You can't just half do this because then it's gonna look real fucked up, and you're gonna be like, it's gonna be so weird. Oh, this person's the champ. They're the face. They're this, and you're gonna put them this way. You gotta showcase it.
Yeah.
You gotta really invest in the story.
Well, see, I think it should be like a subtle side note, kind of like with the Kofi and first African-born thing. But then at the same time, you look at WWE and how many times have they done first time ever? First time ever this, first time ever that, and it's like, okay, it shouldn't be prominent about that. It should be, hey, they did this. It's also, like I said, a side note.
I think there's a sense of hyper-normalizing something where you want to normalize something. You want it to be normal. You want people to go through things that Nyla's going through and feel normal and feel that this is okay to go through.
But then it ignores trauma.
It ignores the trauma and the emotion that can be put here. You could really be connecting with people and you're ignoring the people you could be connecting with.
Yeah.
One of the big things that Kofi and Xavier and Big E talked about was when they were a kid, they never could look up and see a Kofi with a title. And their excitement wasn't for being the first of this, but being the one that kid sees now. Now a little kid sees this and goes, oh shit, I can be born in Africa and still become WWE champion. What a cool dream to drive for. I think that by normalizing it too much, you ignore the people you could be touching and reaching.
Yes.
This is a really emotional story they could be having, and they're brushing that aside. Maybe they're trying not to exploit it, but you're also not trying to...
But at the same time, that's the reason why you don't put it front and center right off the bat.
You don't go fucking nuts with it.
It's like I said, you got to get over these hurdles and go through these,
Yeah. You're not capitalizing on the opportunity to actually reach people by trying so hard not to exploit a thing. And it's a bit of a bummer.
I just think that barring all that, this is just a shit matchup.
Yeah, all that aside, not interested in those two people.
And neither of them have really showcased why they're this fantastic for it. I think, Nyla looks like a beast every time that Nyla wrestles, but I think that having, like, Riho, if you're going to have this happen, they really got to showcase. They have to do something amazing. And I think for Riho, it's going to be like, they have to be Rey Mysterio. They have to be so rapid, fast, agile, and able to trap Nyla that it makes sense. Because otherwise, I'm not going to believe it. It's like Jungle Boy's done this very well, very rapidly, and that Jungle Boy can showcase a speed and
My
an agile.
concern being they have more Mysterios than they have Triple H's. You have no Giants but Nyla. Everyone's fucking Rey Mysterio against Nyla.
Yeah.
And they have Awesome Kong.
Well, they got Kong and Aja Kong, which they have. They actually have a pretty decent
They
diversity.
got 3 Giants in the women's division and none
But
in
we've
the
only
men's.
seen 20.
WWE has. Actually, they have 3. No, they have 3. Piper Niven.
Who?
NXT UK.
Piper Niven?
Piper Niven or Viper Niven. Yeah. She's the bigger gal in NXT UK.
I don't think I've seen her, but I believe you.
She was in the Mae Young Classic. Blonde.
I believe you. I didn't watch the whole Mae Young Classic. I watched like the last 2 matches.
I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah. but having a diversity, they have some diversity in at least the women's division.
When you think about it, you had bigger women in AEW than men. Awesome Kong could beat up probably
true.
most of the men's division.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
But we've only seen 20% of the roster.
Yeah.
The other 80 could be giants.
Ooh. Batista. Let's see. After that, we get Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus Chris Jericho and 2 mystery partners. I will say this. I have a hard time thinking this is not going to be the big moment. I think this is where a Revival or an OC shows up. I really do. I really hope it's not LAX. Who has new names, by the way. They got to get rid of LAX.
Yeah.
But I really hope it's not something like
Is it
that.
the same LAX from
Ring of Honor.
TNA?
Impact.
Yeah,
TNA.
that's
They're all.
The new Los
The
Baricuas.
ones from TNA, the same ones.
nice.
Yeah. And they have a new name now. I forget what it was. I think it's just going by their name, Santana and Ortiz or some shit like that.
Yeah, and I think, and they had like, yeah.
But they're not continuing on with LAX because it has to do with them not wanting the rights to LAX.
Oh, the airport.
Like Tony Khan doesn't own the rights to it, so he doesn't want to use it. I think they own the rights to it. It's something like that. It's like really a WWE reason for not using a name. And I was like, why is no one talking about this? This is super WWE right now.
And they're supposed to be
whatever.
the alternative.
Yeah. And everyone's been like shitting on WWE about stuff and just raving about the AEW stuff. And I'm always like, relax.
Business moves make sense. It's the same shit. It's look,
It makes
we're
sense. I get it. Like,
Hey,
I
I'm
just
gonna-
think it's funny.
yeah. If this
Ricochet's
goes well,
not
we'll make
gonna
money
be
on it.
Puma.
Yeah, Ricochet's not Puma.
Well, he's also not King Ricochet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to look real quick.
The
There was
Irish,
something.
the
He
Irish
didn't win
King.
King of the Ring.
Oh, the AEW UK thing. Did you hear about that? This was one that made me laugh in the ringside.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
So remember how Cody said at Starrcast 2 that AEW's United Kingdom contract was better than WWE's NXT UK contract.
Yes.
They said we have better television deal than they have. Well, then they announced that they're going to have a
start
4-day delay.
4 day.
A 4-day delay, and they're going to have 8 additional minutes on it because they have less commercials than the American one.
Stop eating your paper towel.
So what I think was so funny about this is at first they're like, Cody's like, we have a better United Kingdom deal than NXT UK. It's going to be 4 days behind. Our shows are on Wednesdays and our pay-per-views are on Saturdays. But don't worry, we'll put on a special show before a pay-per-view so you can at least be caught up. And it's all like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
The response by the fucking dirt sheets was, well, they've really done as much as they can for the UK fans. This is a lot to say for them and how great it is that they're really trying hard to make sure the UK fans are completely satisfied with what they're getting. They fucking don't talk about, like, if WWE was providing 8 more minutes in another country, they'd be shitting on it, being like, how can you provide 10 extra content
That we don't get.
that we don't get?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how can you be providing
Your
4
base
days late
tier,
and then a fucking recap show before a pay-per-view?
Yeah.
They'd be shitting on it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't understand why AEW's doing it, but I'm saying you guys are super fucking lopsided and it's glaring.
Yeah. It's everything with AEW. AEW can't do wrong right now, and it's fucking annoying because you look at it and there's so much wrong compared to WWE, but then they shit on WWE.
That was a bad picture, Tony Khan.
It was awful.
He looks. I want to put his ass in a goddamn locker.
Whoa, dude.
And if you are just tuning in,
We don't have an anti-bullying campaign.
That's a good point.
we really do want AEW to be amazing, but
We've watched everything they've done.
Constructive criticism.
yes.
And
Here's
they're not
the deal.
changing anything.
Cody put out a fucking memo. Tweet. I don't know what the fuck it was. But he put out a thing and he said, hey fans, what you like, what you don't, let us know. And he was talking about how he doesn't want to be blind to this whole thing. Here's the deal. He told me the same thing when I met him. Tell us about this. We want to know about this. We want to know what you don't like and what you do.
All right, fuck piles.
Right? Here's the other deal. He said after people asked him, has he checked out any of the reviews online? And his response was no. I don't need to know what people think when I hear how they feel in the room. So his response was, I don't care, not that he doesn't care, but that he doesn't care what the masses are saying about a thing as long as the 4,000 people present are reacting the way that he wants. Do you think you might have a slightly skewed 4,000 in your shop here, if you've only been on TV twice and you sold 4,000 seats to a thing, maybe that they are catering to you. Maybe the masses are a good person to hear from. So it was this kind of back and forth I'm getting from him where it's like, I feel like part of him genuinely, truly feels that way. Please talk to us. Part of him's genuinely afraid, I think, of the criticism because he's so in love with what he's doing. And I get that too. But you're having a hard time balancing both. And you have to lock that down if you're going to get it right. You know, you have to be able to accept people saying, this bit here is some shit. This bit over here was a classic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with that in mind, fuck yeah, I want AEW to be the next biggest thing. I want to be obsessed with AEW. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool to be obsessed with something that's not WWE. Because I've been obsessed with it for a long time. I need other titles. But with all that in mind,
well, I think part of it when we talk about like this and the dirt sheets,
dirt sheets are so funny.
well, like NJPW really has a dog shit U.S. presence.
Yeah.
Their app sucks. The content's fantastic. I'm not criticizing the content. The ability to watch it sucks. You can watch it on Access and it's a week behind and it's an hour and it's weird and it's at 3 fucking a.m. Yeah, really easy to watch, guys.
Yeah.
And it's an hour of
Prime time.
here's what we have. It's right between like it was right between like things that were almost porn. Like that was like at the time it was like we're gonna have almost porn, not boobs, but just Corey Graves.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor has nothing. They have you can watch it on Fight, and
That's true.
I don't care.
I subscribed to it on Fight, watched half of an episode, never tuned in again.
Yeah,
I get alerts every time a new episode drops. I have time. I could watch it.
please
I work
God.
4 days a week. You think I can't squeeze in an hour and a half show? I could do it. I don't fucking care enough. They don't make me care.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, the Fight TV app is not as convenient enough as I feel like I would want it to be, I guess.
Yeah.
I watched one episode, and you know what? When I think about it, the first half of it was Cody talking to somebody, I don't remember who. And it was when he was first starting the whole blonde thing, and they were really talking about how shitty he looked with the blonde. And he was like, it's for a movie. Fucking 3 years ago. It's not for a fucking movie. I don't like it. I still don't like it. I drew him in a thing that was blonde. I still don't like it.
Yeah.
But, whatever. I'm used to it. Not a fan of it. I'm used to it. And then I think the Young Bucks came out and did a thing, and I think about halfway through that, I was like, this is not.
It's because of the Young Bucks. They
I think-
ruin everything.
I'm not. I want to like them because I...
You've seen how much I've liked them for things, and it's like, oh,
Yes.
why?
Yeah. And there was times that, like, when I was not watching any NJPW stuff, I would hear about people, hear rumblings and stuff, and I'd walk over to Clint and be like, should I take the time to watch this or that? And sometimes you'd be like, I don't know. I like it, but I don't know. Other times you'd be like, fuck yeah, you should take time out of your life to see this. And Young Bucks were always one where it's like he was passionately for them, and the more and more I see, the less and less I want to see more of it. And I think it's just the way they're trying to over-present themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping with this Omega Young Bucks and Jericho Mystery Partners, it's not the same, but I have a hard time believing that these 4 people alone, 2 other people excluded, are really self-centered. Omega, maybe not. Maybe not Omega.
Yeah.
But the Young Bucks and Jericho are super obsessed with themselves. And getting themselves over is more important than anything else.
I feel like Jericho's taking this for a ride, and I think
Yes.
and I've said this over and over again, how you've made me really dislike somebody I loved by your own actions.
Ring Scoops guys lives in Vegas? Dude, I go to Vegas from time to time. What
Go to
up?
Vegas from time
Yeah,
to
if
time.
you-
Yeah,
at Starcast.
really been getting back into Impact this past year. Been going to all their Vegas TV tapings, and the crowd gets bigger and more shows each time. I've heard the same thing, actually. I got a friend out in Vegas who went to Starcast with me. Saw him at ToyCon in Vegas. Hung out a couple of times. Really cool dude. And yeah, he goes to all that stuff. Lives in SoCal. And you're driving out to Vegas every time? Fuck. I mean, I live in Arizona. And
No one has ever said so.
Sozona.
Sazona.
Baja,
Soaz.
Arizona.
Sozo.
God, I hate when people say it. It's always like
Sozo.
old white women.
Which one?
Baja, Arizona. It's always like some old white woman who's
Yeah.
all bitchy about a mine. Baja, Arizona. Far out.
And I go to Vegas for certain things. I went for Impact. You know what's weird is when I think about the indie stuff I hear most about, I'm more interested, I think, in MLW than I am in Impact. Let me know if you watch MLW and what you think. I've met Hammerstone a few times. He came out of Tucson and pretty cool dude.
Well, it's like Impact's got some people that are pretty cool, like Brian Cage. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, Brian Cage is dope. When we walked by him at StarCast, I was telling producer, I was like, that's Brian Cage. This dude's a fucking beast. Like, yeah.
All natural.
Is he?
No.
I don't think I can. So, again, Omega, Young Bucks, what?
So he likes MLW.
Alex MLW, yeah. Although, I'll tell you this, I really hate Sami Callihan. If he could disappear from the wrestling world, I'd be happy. Let me know what you think about this. Big fan of Tess Blanchard. The fact she hasn't had like a match against a woman in a long time makes me less interested in watching all of her matches. I think the intergender matches are cool and they make sense at times, but I think she's drifted so far away from it, it's making me less interested. Am I way off base on this? Am I totally missing the cue? Let me know. He said yes to Sami Callihan disappearing, so I'm not the only one that thought that of Sami Callihan. Yeah, no, I want Callihan to just gone. What?
Comes crying inside.
Wait, do you like Callihan?
No, don't worry about it.
Not
You a big fan of
anymore.
Yeah,
Not
like,
anymore.
We should talk about Callihan, and you let me know what you like, and then I'll shit on it.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to fucking talk.
That's what we're not gonna talk about.
You definitely would have if you weren't here again.
Yeah. Every time I see OVE, I think of the grocery market scene, American History X.
Oh.
Is that his move? Is that what his move is, dude? Christ. How do you
Wow.
support that shit?
Oh my god.
You, of all people.
You're the most annoying liberal fucker.
Yeah. So I do think Omega, Young Bucks, Jericho is going to have the biggest surprise of the night. I think a thing's going to happen there. The team that's going to come out is going to be like, holy shit.
If it's the fucking Lucha Brothers, though, you're just going to be like, done.
Oh my
Fuck this.
god.
I was thinking about that.
I'll punch my TV, which is just a wall.
It's
A
just-
projector.
What else? Who else could it be besides the club or besides the revival that could come and would be decent pop? Because you gotta have it be decent here.
Yeah, it's got to be big. And that's what I was trying to think. Who outside of WWE's tag teams of those two that people are fucking balling, who do you have on the indie scenes as a tag team that matters? LAX was the next big thing, and they're already there. If they slide LAX into that, I'm not going to give a shit.
Briscoes wouldn't do it because they're dead loyal to Ring of Honor.
Samoans?
It wouldn't.
Samoan Dynasty?
I think the Usos.
Shit.
They're not up, right?
No,
Who?
Usos.
the Usos are signed forever.
Are
The
they?
Usos, I think, are locked down. But, I mean, that would be huge.
Yeah. I'd be interested.
Samoan
but-
Dynasty, maybe.
It wouldn't, but goddamn, I would love it if it were Guerrillas of Destiny. They won't. They can't. But if it were Tamatanga and Tangaloa,
That's true.
that'd be so fucking cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
Though maybe they have this weird thing where Moxley's working in was working in NJPW while under contract with the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, but he was fucking bitching about it recently. Did you see that shit too? Fucking man. How much
Bitching about everything.
you're gonna bitch about NJPW and G1 after all of that, and then you want us to fucking believe that you're not the problem? You can't bitch about every place you fucking go to, dude. Relax.
Everyone's a problem.
Even pretend something's good. Pretend it's good.
Alberto Del Rio and Mox.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So they're bitching people. Just bitching bitches.
And rumor has it, John Morrison just signed with WWE again.
Yep.
Oh,
That's the
really?
rumor out there. I'd be interested.
I like John Morrison.
Yeah, I like him too.
Man, I
Let's
wonder what
see.
they'll do with his ass.
Oh, you know
Bury
who's
the
not on
shit
the
up.
card is Lucha Brothers. They're not Lucha Brothers. The Luchasaurus. They're not on the
Oh,
card.
they-
Can you imagine if we brought them out? That'd be interesting, but not as interested.
Nope.
Apart from
I
that,
think on your television debut, it needs to be
It's got to be ridiculous.
Surprise ace in this whole type of thing and just go balls deep.
Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be fucking great.
Oh.
I actually think it'd be really cool if they got the Major Bros. I think if Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins showed up over there,
I'd be really happy with that.
I'd be really happy. Because those are two dudes that work so fucking hard
For nothing.
for so long for nothing.
Yeah.
I could, and
Zack Ryder?
they're the ones I can see. I get if you're frustrated, and you don't hear them be super frustrated as much, but you get it.
They're not ever. They're so happy. That's the fucking craziest bit to me. There's a ride along, and I don't remember who it was. I think it was Edge and Christian. One of them called Zack Ryder and asked him what he's doing. He's like, I'm just tanning, and he goes, I might be on TV tomorrow. And it was like a Monday night. It was like a Sunday night, and they're like, they're not going to use you on TV tomorrow. He goes, but I got to be ready if they will, man. And you're like, this dude goes to the gym and tans every fucking time because
Just
if
in
they're
case.
gonna use him, he's got to look ready. He's got to be ready.
I would love him to like they fuck up and he comes in, he's like pale as shit, and like damn.
Yeah, like, fuck.
And I mean, he was the first time he got his ass over outside of it online.
Yes.
The true Long Island story.
The fact that he works that hard all the time so he can always look like a star just in case. Fuck, there's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah.
Mojo's the same way. Because when they call, I'm going to be ready. And fuck, that's cool. That is awesome. And those are the inspiring fucking stories to me. Not the Young Bucks making a t-shirt company work for them while they're in the indie scene. So much as these dudes who get these contracts where they think their dream's coming true and they're so underutilized that all they can think is, the day they want me, I'm going to be ready. For years. That shit's like fucking inspiring to me. Because it's like, if anyone here's got a reason to fucking slack off and say, fuck it, they don't give a shit, it's you guys.
Yeah.
But you're not. You're walking into that fucking office every week, fucking ripped and tan, hair up. Do you need me? No, then you got it, sir.
Yeah.
Fucking cool.
Same with Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
He's always in bitch shit, but he's there. It's like,
Well, he said in that table for three that he knows his bit. He knows where he's at, and he's happy with it. He's fine with it. But he knows he's more of a comedy thing.
God, it'd be funny if they gave him a fucking WWE title.
That'd be great.
I would love it just before he returns. Just come on, and then just
love
the 3-man band. They come out and they lift him up on the shoulders. I would cry. I would be.
That'd be the greatest fucking thing.
It still gets me.
Let's see. So there's a couple other things in here. Just 2 other matches. They have Hangman Page versus Pac. I'm
Cool.
kind of interested in it.
Cool.
Then we have MJF versus Brandon Cutler.
The fuck is that? Is that
I'm not at all interested in this.
Is Brandon Cutler the legless guy?
That legless?
You don't remember from the battle royal? The fucker with no
Cutler
legs.
is a veteran in a feel-good story who is emotionally offered 2 contracts.
Oh, that's cool. He's the guy that he's the thing for.
What?
I got all happy and you like. He's the guy that the Young Bucks signed. He was there, but he's like from California. He's a local guy. He's a friend of theirs, and they gave him a contract and like they had him read it like for a thing, and he was like, yeah,
Really?
yeah. He was in the battle royal. He looked badass because it was his first match in a long fucking time.
You have a casino battle royal?
Yeah,
That shitty match. What was he doing?
being in that shitty match, doing things, looking competent, doing his job sort of.
Brandon Cutler came up through the SoCal scene. Always remember him and his brother a long time ago in AWS.
He gapped out for a long time.
What was the other one that was down SoCal that SoCal Uncensored came through? The Kaz was a big part of. I want to say it starts with a P.
Yeah, what part of
Peter Apple
SoCal?
one.
No, a promotion.
Like San Diego, we're talking Orange County.
PWG.
PWG, that's the one. Yeah, that was a big one. My buddy went to all the PWG shows. He was talking about it when it used to be back of like an antique shop or a toy convention thing. It was like a convention center, like little mini toy con. And in the back there would be curtains and a fucking ring. And that's where Kaz and shit was doing their shits. So they posted a video on the road to TNT where it was Cutler cutting some sort of thing, and then MJF's doing the thing. Someone posted this big fucking, this is how you do it. In 15 minutes, you made me care about Cutler, and he has to win, and I just really don't want MJ. And I was like, fuck, relax. It's a video. I haven't seen
It wasn't the best one they did. The best one they did was Cody and
God,
Dustin.
that was good, man.
Yeah.
I watched that several times. I remember running into the room you were in at work and being like, "Have you seen this?"
And getting so pissed at me when I hadn't. It's like, shit, he's mad. And I watched it because I felt bad because Matt Brown was like, "You're."
No, I'm Matt Brown, and I think you was a piece of shit. I think you're a big old little clown. You got a little pinch mark on the top of your head like a Dairy Queen squirrel.
I still remember that picture you took of me from the back. It looked like a dick. I was like, fuck!
So good. Play-by-play commentary primarily. I do some reffing. Right down the middle! If you check out our YouTube, there's 2 matches I reffed this past week, and it was there. I got surprisingly involved. It's the trainer-mentor, Jesse Hernandez, rents the ring to PWG. Very cool.
Oh, you know Jesse Hernandez.
Yeah, Ring Scoops guy. He's one of our dudes.
Yeah, Jesse Hernandez.
Put the I in following, the no in notifications. You don't have to watch again to still be a follower. Not a lot of people know that.
One of my favorite things is just Jesse Hernandez being in fucking everything. It's like, Jesse Hernandez? Shit.
I've been friends with Jesse since 2001.
That's awesome.
There you go, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he's just like even in movies where it's like we're gonna have a wrestling match. Oh, it's Jesse Hernandez being the ref.
Yeah. Oh, there's Jesse Hernandez again. Yeah. Let's see. So those are the only matches they have listed. I'm not as interested in the MJF Brandon Cutler thing. I hope it's good. I hope it makes me like MJF because right now I think he's overrated by a lot. I think that he's overhyped a ton, and I think his gimmick is being ruined by people trying to push his gimmick.
MJF.
Yeah.
He said he did play-by-play for Jesse from 2010 2016.
Hell yeah.
That sounds really fucking fun. This little fucking snippet I found said what else to expect about AEW Dynamite. They said expect Jon Moxley to show up in some way. He's announced to appear at the event, so they've already announced he's going to be there, but they don't know how.
He's gonna give someone Mercy.
I hope he does, man. Full Gear's November 9th. Maybe we'll do a watch-along. What do you guys feel about that? A watch-along for Full Gear?
Yeah.
Potential surprise debuts. Let's see what they say for that. They're just saying expect some.
I like that the CBS AEW thing is listed in their what section?
UNICEF?
Under the WWE section? Yeah, CBS WWE. Here's AEW. Everything you need to know.
Which has been your consistent source for everything with AEW. You've pulled that up multiple times.
Most of the time, that's what I pull up. And most of the time, they've got their head up their own fucking ass. I'll tell you this much.
CBS.
Ring Scoops guy. Was it? If you
EWF.
free time, check on YouTube. Kazarian versus Scorpius guy. EWF 20. I've actually heard of that match before and have not checked it out. But I should. Oh, and you're on it? Well, then fuck yeah, I'll check it out. That's 3 good reasons to check it out. But I will say this, is we are not insiders. We don't have inside knowledge. We don't have these big major connections. But we do smell bullshit. We can smell bullshit fucking strong.
Around this table a lot of times.
A lot of times it's each other. And I'll tell you this, is we have a better insight on these people by fucking wildly guessing than these fucking insiders have by all their inside knowledge. Because the thing that we are not is we are not swayed by our friends to believe a fucking thing. And if fucking Terry Taylor calls these motherfuckers, this is what you got to know, and they go, oh, that must be the truth. We're not fucking swayed by any of that shit, Red Rooster.
Fuck you, Red
Yeah,
Rooster.
put your fucking head up your own cock. That's a rooster joke. Roosters. Some of roosters. What'd I say? But
Put your head up your own god. Draw on that.
yeah, it can be short. But that's how we feel about AEW right now. We're really excited. We are going to go on the day after AEW. No one seems to have wanted it ain't the insider shiznit either. Shiznit has been censored from. What? Snoop Dogg. Yes,
That's at least fucking close. That's closer than Cry, baby.
So, just for reference,
did.
Clump's dumb phone likes to censor things.
It's
like
not
I
his
got
phone's fault. Don't blame it. This is a new phone.
It's
a
like
different
I
phone.
bought the fucking thing in Utah.
You have Utah censorship.
Now we just lost all our Utah viewers.
Oh, come on back, Utah guys. I love ice cream.
Come drink with us.
BYU's decent.
Yes, it's really censored.
Yeah, it was censored. He got called a crybaby one day, and it was censored. He goes, "Oh my God, Kevlar's wife just called me a filthy name." Clicked on it, it said crybaby. It was amazing.
And I'm still fucking offended at her.
Yeah, that was crossing a line. You can go ahead and follow him at Twitter at crybabyclump. You can follow me on Twitter at refmarsh. We got at Kevlar on the rocks with an X. Still good. Yeah, we're not insiders, but we wildly guess at a higher rate of success rate than a lot of these insider fucking dirt sheets. And half the time we're talking about how stupid the dirt sheets are. They usually pull the retrack later on down the line. It's easy to see the bullshit if you're not blinded by your own fandom or your friendship or just this kind of blindness they all get. Oh, Bearnanigans, what up?
Bruh.
Yeah. You're going to throw your sandals up into the camera shot.
What Tim's?
Tiny little Tims. Was there anything else that we missed? I feel you on that. I hate the dirt sheet crap. The thing is here's the other bit, is I can't stay away from it. I read it fucking every day, and every day I go, this motherfucker's got his head up his own ass.
And I keep saying, why do you read it if it makes you so mad? And
It's like
it's like reading the tabloids in the grocery store line.
It's like listening to conservative talk radio. You just get pissed. Damn it!
Yeah, it's my fucking tabloids. I'm like, these idiots don't know anything. And then I fucking wildly guess shit and then find out I was dead on.
Yeah.
It's censored cocksuckers.
They wouldn't know nut graft from their asshole.
What did it say?
They're just censored cocksuckers.
Well, that makes
and
sense.
that one works, that asshole.
Ooh, but it did not censor nut.
But shiznit and crybaby.
Yeah.
That asshole.
You need to put a list of things that are censored on your Twitter.
Yeah. What age group did they put me?
That's fair.
Whatever it is probably accurate.
Yeah. He's got the 90 centers filter.
Yeah.
It's true.
But yeah, come back anytime, dude. Go ahead and give us a little follow. Find us on YouTube. We also have a pro wrestling tees, prowrestlingtees.com/wrestling on the rocks. We are going to be back on Thursday next week, but following that Thursday, we are going to be going live every Tuesday. So we're going to be doing Tuesday shows, probably closer to the afternoon time on our time. That's 3:30 Pacific time, which is your time. Specifically, more like 3:30 on Tuesdays. And then once a month, we'll be hitting a later show, probably closer to the 6:30, 7 o'clock hour on Tuesdays as well.
Thanks for plugging us.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Thank you so much for doing it. When I see it, I'll follow you back on the Twitter. You guys should do the same, you idiots.
I need to get back on it.
Yeah, you haven't been on in a while.
I'm going to try and enter contests.
Oh, is that what you're trying to... and you are so into every single sport. I feel like you would get more interaction with a lot of these people outside of it than us. Because when people ask us about football or football or any of the bowls...
I like Manchester.
City.
Yeah, I like men.
Man City's the greatest, baby.
Let's see. So I'm at Ref March. So Kevlar on the rocks with an X. I think it's going to show up on the bottom here in just a second. But we got Kevlar on the rocks and we got Crybaby Clump. But we'll give you a follow back. And you should post more about other sports because I think you'd get a lot more interaction down the line. Obviously, it's going to take some time. Yeah, well, if you check us out over there, you can find our YouTube. I think you can kick out some of the old replays. But what do you think, Ring Scopes guy? We were considering doing some of the watch-alongs, like for AEW, and no one seems to have hit us up saying that they thought that'd be cool. So I think we're just gonna do the review on that Thursday. But we are gonna try to do a watch-along for Hell in a Cell. Mm-hmm. Are either of you available for that Sunday, October 6th?
I'm a hard maybe.
Hard maybe?
Hard no, dude.
Hard no.
I have not got a Sunday off for fucking ever. I could come in a little bit later.
Yeah, whenever you're out. I mean, if the show's still on, come on in and...
Yeah, it'll be on.
Clump it up. And then we'll see about other people. We do get surprise guests from time to time, just other friends who like to come through. Popular thing, go for it. Yeah, he says do the watch along. Yeah. I think it'd be cool to do the AEW watch along.
The first one?
The first one. But I think we kind of also need the content for that Thursday. So it's hard to balance on that one. But we will be doing all the pay-per-views until we don't want to watch anymore. Which can happen. It could also not happen. We could get to a point where we're just watching all of them. Or it might get to a point where, like, hey, we're not fucking putting that money into it anymore. But yeah, our watch-alongs have been relatively popular comparatively. So thanks for tuning in, dude. Definitely come back again. We do appreciate the interaction. That's why we decided we want to do this live, and we didn't want to just do a recording, like a podcast or just a straight YouTube video. Yeah. We want you. We want you coming in through and talking to us and interacting. We want to know what you think because it can help us view it differently and better. Yeah. I think the conversation is not happening in the wrestling internet community. What they call it, IWC, the internet wrestling community. I don't know why it's got to be
the shittiest promotion.
Worst promotion ever.
IWC.
But there's not a lot of conversation. There's a lot of argument.
Champion of everything.
Yeah, and a lot of fucking stakes in the sand. And here we want to talk about it. I mean, you definitely turned me around in a lot of the stuff that Kenny used to do. The things that made me really upset, you made me really understand why it made sense at that time. And that's what we want. We want your input.
Yeah, it's also nice to get somebody else's point of view besides us three knuckleheads.
Yeah.
And, you know.
My head looks like a knuckle.
Yeah, a couple of non-insiders. And the other thing is, podcasting is cool, but I will say that JR going to AEW, X-Pac getting involved in NXT. I'm starting to lose podcasts to talk about current stuff. I don't have much anymore. I think I've got Cornette, which is hard because every time I agree with Cornette, it hurts me inside a little bit.
Damn it!
I'm like, fuck!
You high-pitched fuck!
Yeah.
God, that high-pitched fuck.
Oh, did radio.
And the pre-tape fad of podcasting got big and ruined it a little. So that's what we want, is we want dialogue. We want to talk to other wrestling fans. And at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. We're your wrestling buddies. We're your drinking buddies. We want to have a drink and talk wrestling.
Which is kind of interesting for the watch-alongs, because we're not getting that dialogue, and I'm not really sure why. This is producer here.
It's really neat, because it's weird to think that we get literally 100 times the average viewer. Sometimes more. Like, we're getting a way more average viewership and easily a fraction of the chatter. So we don't know what we're doing wrong on there.
And we've also found that a lot of people just have no one else to interact with wrestling.
Yeah.
And that's where the whole buddies thing came about. And
shit, when you moved down here, it's like, cool, that's one to talk to about wrestling with, because I hid that shit so much.
It was really neat. I transferred down here and we worked at the same place, and the first day they asked if I had anything to say, and I said, in the words of the immortal John Cena, hustle, loyalty, respect. And that's all I said. And then everyone's like, back to you. And
I lit up.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I showed up like the next day with the WWE Championship fanny pack and some WWE shirt. And I was hanging up my fanny pack and doing stuff, and he's all like, he comes over to me like secretly and goes, I just want you to know that I'm a huge wrestling fan and I don't know how to tell people. And it's and
those are the fucking words.
Yeah, and he's all like, and it's kind of really, you make me feel like it's not weird or stupid to be a wrestling fan. And I was like, well, fuck yeah, dude, no one should be embarrassed about what they like. And that's kind of the
and then you left, and now I feel like that again.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But that's kind of, cool. To me, the end all be all of it. We're all into something, and because you like something, there's no reason to be ashamed of that thing you like if it's not illegal.
Hey now.
All right.
Legalities aside, Ring Scoops guy, you're our number 2. Maybe you can earn a shirt design like Stackhouse got. Down the line, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for having a drink. Last call. We'll see you down the road.
Cheers, you guys.